Buongiorno. How are we all? Bit of Monday madness. Here we go. Waiting for Guardians Mo to join us. He did put a video up earlier, which I watched, where he's driving around having a quick discussion about the Advanced UK Conference, which was on Saturday, which I've made notes. I bet none of you did. I bet all you watching, look at all that. Look, what's going on? It's like being back at school and you've got to do research. You've got to learn. But, you know, what can we do? What can we do? Hello, Lewis. Hope you're well. Living the dream on a Monday. The sun's sort of out. Yes, I've got my beanie on again. It's a bit chilly. I can't put the heating on because bloody wifey's in the lounge with her blooming dressing gown on, watching New Amsterdam, is it? Some hospital thing on Netflix. It's all nice and cozy. So what can you do? What can you do? So yes, I'm trying a different type of stream today. It's got possibly, I don't know, it might be slightly different for you if on mobile. I do the landscape, which is what we all have, and then obviously also got mobile, which is vertical. So I'm giving it a go on both. So, you know, hopefully if you're on mobile, it might look slightly different. Who knows? Who knows? Hello, who's that? Oh, just been inundated.
Who are you?
Headphones on. I'm not going to get a word, mate. So do not speak. I think they're on. Yes, they are. Right. Speak to me, Mo.
Can you hear me?
Hey, yep. See, headphones. Oh, what an invention. Can't believe I forgot to put it on.
I got a gaming headset, so it's top notch. Yeah.
I won't tell you about these things. I feel a bit flushed. These are like 50 quid. I thought, oh, JVC, let's go with that. But I've got headphones.
Oh,
everywhere,
JVC.
little ones. Look at these.
All right.
Won them on Postcode Lottery.
Lucky you.
I won 2 weeks ago. I won a Costa coffee as well.
Nice.
I wanted to say too
when
much.
Are you gonna win?
The time before.
When are you going to win the lottery?
I've actually got a certificate downstairs because Postcode Lottery, we won £20 2 weeks in a row. Then we won a tenner, and then we won £1,000.
Nice, not bad.
Yeah, it was, mate. That's straight up the wifey's Facebook, because the street's got a little Facebook photo with like £1,000, and everyone's like, "How do we sign up for the lottery?" Postcode Lottery. So yeah, I saw your video. You're having a little drive and having a little chat, and that I did comment saying, "I hear you, I hear you." So
yeah, I'll probably make a bit more of an in-depth video talking a bit more about the details after this live stream, and then upload it in a few days because there's so much to cover. Anything that you, like this stream or whatever, I've got it all so it's available. So if you ever want to take anything from you being on this, then just take it. It's not an issue. And if it comes up, obviously I'm not going to copyright it in any shape or form. So yeah, feel free to use any of this, snips or snops or whatever we want to call them. But yeah, if you want to use any of this footage, mate, you're free to do so. So yeah. Yeah, sure. But I'm not logged into my StreamYard, so I don't really know how I'm not allowed to download this stream, I think, because I'm a guest.
No, you should be able to just maybe go to like my channel, play it, and then bring it up on screen as you're talking. Maybe can you do that?
Yeah, I could, but I'm afraid YouTube might copyright strike me.
No, you shouldn't do it. I've got it all so you can do it. But what I can do actually is when we finished, I can download it and email it to you.
Yeah, you could. Well, the best way I'd say is to snip it here and there, not to play everything in full length, I think. But yeah, we'll see. Yeah.
But there's always ways around it. I'm sure we can do something.
Yeah, I'm sure there's a way around. Like next time in your live stream, could I join live with you on my channel with yours simultaneously at the same time? Is that?
Yes.
I think StreamYard allows that, does it?
It does. It's in the settings and it says to allow guests to do it. Let me just have a look in my. I don't think it's in. Oh, guests. Oh, it's already ticked. Guests can stream this to their own destination. It's ticked. So
Oh, right.
you can do
For
that.
next time.
Like now.
Not now, but for next.
Yep.
No,
not a problem, mate.
For next
Not
time,
a
I think.
problem.
Yeah, for next time.
Yeah, of course.
Do I have to be?
Why not?
Do I have to be a paid member? Because I assume you're paid.
In what sense?
Like paid
What, for StreamYard?
Member on StreamYard, yeah. Because you're a StreamYard member, aren't you?
Yeah, I pay monthly. I won't tell you how much, but it's a bit steep.
Yes, the membership fee. Well,
but
I mean, you're a full-time streamer, so
yes.
Do I have to be a paid member to simultaneously stream with you?
I do not think so at all, mate. Honestly, I genuinely don't know, but I'm assuming not because I'm allowing you to stream it and I'm paying. So I'm hoping not. No.
Yeah, you're more tech savvy than me. I can't believe I'm saying that,
mate. If I'm more tech savvy than you, then yeah, you're bad. But right, Eloise, I'm out and about, so I can't post much, but we'll be listening. Okay, Cara, we won't hold it against you. That's better. What games you play? Games. There's no games. We're talking about Advanced UK. I won't fit on vertical format, let alone you two. I've got a little. I don't know if it shows up in your back end. Does it, Mo? You got like a vertical and a landscape view. I'm trying it. I don't know if it's going to work or not. I don't know.
I don't know.
Oh, good to see you, Guardians, Mo.
Thanks, Cara.
I could have sworn I subscribed yesterday. Oh, well done again. Hi, Wisdom Chat. Yes, because you did the super chat, didn't you, Phil, as well? So I'm assuming that you subscribed. But anyone out there who want to be a member, $1.99. And the supers, you can send Ko-Fis. You can buy me a potion. The link is at the top. Yes, I'm a wizard. You can buy me a potion. Get over it. Julian, good afternoon from Edinburgh, everyone. Good afternoon, Wiz and all in chat. Watched your video, Electro Jock, and I think you need to put a wee bit more boom into your presentation, LOL. But good effort, pal. Advanced UK all the way.
I second that.
Yeah, Electro Doc will be up. I'll tell you what, because he's not up here, so he can't actually comment back yet. I could just click a button, but I'm not going to because he's putting his face right out to the camera. But what I'm going to say is, it's those colours around it that really bugs me, the way it changes. But yeah, I mean, I'll get over it. But I do watch his videos. Yeah, you got to support Electro Doc, as you got to support Guardians Mo. Link is in the description for Guardians Mo.
Yeah, I did watch Electro Doc's commentary on the live stream. Yeah, really good, really good.
Yep.
And obviously Baraka as well. Hats off to Baraka. He saved the day.
Yeah, he did. I mean, that was that's the point. We can kick off on that. What I was going to say, Guardians Mo, because obviously the idea was you to come up, but Electro Doc's invited himself. Do you want him up now, or do you want to talk, or?
No, you can bring Electro Doc on. The more the merrier.
Okay, happy days. There he is. Look, he's doing his impression of a dragon. Flaming.
I'll be quiet,
all right, mate.
All right, mate. I'll be quiet. Don't worry. I'll sit over here at the bottom. Probably with chat covering me off throughout half the stream. I don't care. The dog's body here. It's fine.
Thanks for being a member, Phil. I appreciate it, mate. Thank you very much. Happy days. Right. I think have I got through most of the chat, or we get on? Cara saying Electro Doc. Apologies to anyone else watching that I was able to see or text as I'm hiding out right now. We'll listen and go. Hi, Cara. Good afternoon. Yeah, you do need YouTube Premium to download that. More like the normal one. Right, we're good. Right, happy days. Yeah, the first question, Mr. Mo, is really like, what did you actually sort of think about the audacity before you even started that the so-called protest?
Yeah, no, yeah.
Actually,
as soon as I turned up. Yeah, I was walking from St James Park Tube Station, about a 7-minute walk, past Westminster Abbey, got to the Emmanuel Centre. As soon as you get there, you see this crowd of, it wasn't even that big, these limp-wristed soy boys, right? Yeah. Stand up for rapists, that's what I call them. Holding up the sign, stop Tommy Robinson, stop the far right, stop racism. It's funny how we have a leader who's multi-ethnic. and you're telling us to stop the racists. It's
Yes.
pretty ironic.
Yeah.
But the worst part was that we had technical issues at the beginning. I'm sure you know when you watch the live stream. It's because those guys at the Antifa group, they were using these sorts of devices to jam our signal, so we couldn't get a live stream. I think Dan Wootton, or it's either Dan Wootton or Urban Scoop. Urban Scoop, they were trying to get a live stream organized, but it just didn't happen, and they were just everyone was stumped and figuring out what was going on. And I saw Floss running about like a headless chicken and figuring out what was going wrong. And then Richard Thompson came on and announced, like, yeah, these people are blocking our signal, and that's why we've had a 45-minute delay. I mean, the conference was supposed to start at 1, but it started at 1:45. That was when the first speech was made.
Yeah, I thought the first one in Edinburgh, I thought that one had been compromised because the page was there saying tune in live to the live stream. I actually rang. I've done a video on it. I actually rang the venue up, and they didn't know what I was talking about. But of course, they'd already been threatened, hadn't they, by the left? So they probably thought I was some kind of weird lefty. Oh, don't worry, there isn't a fire behind me, by the way. It's a lamp. I thought, the fire of hope and truth. Just
mate, you're burning the Union Jack.
I'm with LEDs. Yes.
Are you a secret leftist?
I need to put it the other way, but I couldn't find my sellotape. Otherwise, I'd have sellotaped it onto the wall. So yeah. Yeah. Go on then, Wiz. Look at your notes. Come on, what you got to say? Come on.
I was just making sure the feeds are all right because I'm doing this landscape for people on shorts on their mobile, so they get a decent thing. I'm hoping that's looking good. Like I've got one. It says Guardians Mo, his name, but you can't see him. Me, all you can see is the top of my cup, and then
if I do that,
you perfectly. And I'm like, is this right? And I've had a look, but no, it looks better. It's on the other one that I've got on StreamYard, so we're all good. So Drew Lang said, did you see Tim Allen resign from Liber today? He'll probably be at Reform by Friday. Yep, I did see that. Look, this is notes I made. Trying to watch. Look, that's all my notes.
Yeah.
So you mentioned something. The chances are I've got it written down, so I'm not going to look an idiot. But I had to watch Ben Habib because he spoke about what? Over an hour in total, wasn't it? 2 different species. Speaks. What do you call them? Speeches. 2 different. Sorry, right.
2 different parts. 2 different parts. Yeah.
Two different species. That'd be the left and the right, wouldn't it? Really.
The nationalists and the globalists.
Yeah.
What I will do, I say, because we're going to be talking. I don't know if anyone in the chat wants to come up and ask any of us a question or have anything they want to say about the conference. If you want, please just say, send me the link, and I'll put a link in the chat and you can click it and you can come up. You don't have to ask me anything. You might want to ask Guardian Mo, you might want to ask Electrodoc, whatever. So I'll open it up if people want to. But yeah, what do you think was the most sort of made you step back a bit that Ben said with regards to their policies? Was there one that really sort of hit out and surprised you, or one that you really disapproved of, or one you loved? Either.
No, I wouldn't disapprove. I wouldn't disapprove of any of the policy. I think they were pretty sound. I would say, in my video I made earlier this afternoon, I'd say I'd agree with 85% of everything. There's 15% I'd say you could definitely clarify. Ben Habib, on what you mean by that. What kind of sequence are we expecting for the policy to come out? How would the policy look like? There's specific areas that need to be clarified, but obviously it's still a draft policy. But I wasn't expecting Ben to come out and say that dual citizenship is going to be forbidden, it's going to be banned, because technically that would make the UK the only English speaking, in the Anglosphere, the country in the Anglosphere to ban dual citizenship. That's a bit of a shock to me. That's quite radical. Yeah. I didn't expect that. Yeah.
Hopefully that doesn't. Hopefully that doesn't affect Paul Thorpe's college membership. I don't mind. I suppose it would work from that way round, wouldn't it? From Spain, it'd still have dual citizenship in Spain, so therefore it'd be British.
How is he a citizen of Spain?
Oh God, no, not this again. Look, my sister, okay, is the travel agent of the family. Okay, how is he a citizen of Spain? Well, he's living over there, isn't he? He's still able to vote over here if he wants to. I don't know whether or not he's a citizen
Really?
of Spain. Yeah, of course he can. Yeah, yeah.
Because apparently Spain is a British colony.
Anyway. We cleared this up last time. Yes, but it was Gibraltar is part of Spain and hopefully part of Britain. Yeah. It's the only reason he wanted me up me now.
Mate, Francisco Franco is turning in his grave right now.
Right.
It was terrible. But yeah, I was quite surprised myself by the dual, because that seems to be a thing, isn't it? People have 2 passports or whatever. That's just the norm, isn't it? So I was quite surprised by that. I'm trying to think whether, to me, that's a good thing or not. I'm on the fence, maybe 50-50 on that. I don't know.
I think there should have been a bit more debate about it, because I'm happy with it. I think dual citizenship should be forbidden for certain countries, though. For United States and Canada, is that really a good idea?
No.
You know?
Yeah.
That's what I'm so do you think it could be a policy that you say, like, quite wisely have said? Do you think it could be country dependent then, maybe?
Yeah.
Would that be more appealing?
Or like, what if you're born with a dual citizenship? You didn't get to choose it. It's not, you didn't voluntarily choose that. So what would happen with your citizenship be revoked? And what would the country that issued that passport to you, that's not the United Kingdom, say you had a dual citizenship with Poland or something, what would Poland say about that? So there's going to be a lot of negotiations with other countries. I don't know how it's going to appear.
Plus,
I don't know how that's.
Plus, most of the policies were still in draft form, weren't they? They're still working on them in the college. Yeah. I did actually Google it. I didn't ask this thing on my wall. I actually punched the letters in onto Google, and that said, yes, you're allowed to vote when you're abroad, or if you're a dual citizen of any country. Yeah.
Really? Because when I was in Hong Kong, I couldn't vote for the Brexit referendum, unfortunately, because I was in Hong Kong. But I wasn't authorized to be able to vote because you don't have an address in the UK.
Well, that's because you were living in an authoritative country, weren't you? That being China, you see.
Well, I don't know, but
no,
I have a full British passport though.
Yeah, but they were right, so they wouldn't allow your vote to count over in England. They should have done.
I don't think you should be able to vote if you're outside of the country.
Fair enough.
It's just because
that
would create a lot of problems.
Yeah.
Imagine like half the population in India had a dual citizenship, and then they voted for, I don't know, the Greens or something in India.
It would be a nightmare, wouldn't it? It would be a nightmare, which is, why he's on about banning it. So there you go. Yeah. Why Benavides on about banning it, So, can you still hear me?
Cherry's got a question saying, did anyone else think that Leo Kearse was deliberately very near the knuckle and in the current climate was as close to assist as you could get? I only ask because he's openly a recycle supporter. Reform. Anyone?
I've never heard him come out in overt support for reform. That's the first for me.
I think Leo Kearse was just a bit of fill-in. I don't think he's affiliated with Advance UK. I think he was just there as a comedian for fill-in during the conference. However, his points were very on point for Advance UK.
Yep.
You don't want to find Osama bin Laden in your bath, do you?
Definitely not.
No.
Oh, apparently it's going to be tweaked with regards to dual citizenship, so that'd be good. It'd be worth keeping your ears and eyes open for that one then. I think a lot of people are upset by the dual passport. They possibly resend it or have a new one restricted or something. Possibly. Yeah. Hey there. It's a petition on the government website that isn't getting much traction. If anybody interested, it's called Grooming Gang National Inquiry to name officials and consider failures to act.
I imagine I imagine Rupert Lowe would get that out anyway, wouldn't he?
I assume so, yeah. He's on the button with that because he's raised over 600,000, hasn't he?
Yeah. Well, look at the 3 million that we wanted, 3.5 million to get Keir Starmer out. Did they take any notice? Yeah.
Yeah. No, that's not how it works. Phil's on the button. Something doesn't work. Rupert, do an inquiry from donations and help from Elon Musk. Yeah, but if it gets signed, yeah, well, the more signatures, the better, obviously. Obviously.
Yeah, obviously, it gets noticed, obviously, but, it's whether or not the government will decide to do something about it. I think that should be raised with Advance UK, really. If petitions are signed by so many signatures, then it needs to be carried out, whatever it is. Yeah.
I'll tell you one thing that I got from the conference, like it's literally everywhere and said regularly, was actually the emphasis on the fact that it's a Christian country. There was a lot said about like being Christian and not swearing on the Quran, and you'd have to swear on like a mutual text or the Bible, no other religion. I think you touched on that, Mo, in your video earlier, saying like with churches not being converted, etc. I mean, this day and age, Christianity, I mean, it's a bit like, I find when I go out and people like talking, they say whatever, sometimes it's not right, and I should just like say it, but it's like it's going to be embarrassing to say something that relates to Jesus or God. I don't know, there's something, maybe society's molded us that way over the years, as if you're ashamed of being a Christian or something. But I mean, when I talk to people and that, and I say in my head and that, I think, yeah, but think about it, whatever, Jesus, blah blah blah, and I've got to stop myself. So
it's a stigmatism.
There is a kind of cultural apathy towards Jesus and the message, and I guess some of the preachers do a really kind of selfish preaching. Some of them are just a bit out of whack.
I think what people need to realize, is that you're able to believe in whatever you want to believe under a Christian faith. Yeah, like I'm atheist, but I've got my own ideas about heaven and all that. So yeah.
Well, let's just say like what Ben wants for Britain is that we stay a Christian country. We're constitutionally and society Christian.
It's foundations.
Yeah, we should be at least tolerant to a certain degree of other faiths, so long as they don't subvert Christian culture. They don't replace Christian culture
or our laws. Mentioning no names here.
Tell you what, Wizard, we can talk about the section on constitutional Christianity, because that is everything that was mentioned on Saturday's conference. It's been I took notes and I bundled it together, reinforcing constitutional Christianity.
Excellent work.
There's so much that's linked together.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll tell you about the bullet points. So, foreign courts, Sharia courts, Hindu courts, whatever, they're banned.
Yeah.
Swearing on the Quran in Parliament or any foreign religious text, that's banned. You can only be sworn into Parliament on the Bible, or there's a neutral oath. As I said, conversion of churches into foreign religious buildings. So you got Islamic, mosques and synagogues and Hindu temples, Shinto temples. Those churches remain Christian. They can't be converted. It's banned. Cousin marriage is going to be banned. The burqa and the niqab is going to be banned. And a public call to prayer is going to be banned. There's lots of banning.
And
it needs rolling back, doesn't it? Really?
What would you say about that, you two?
Did Ben mention something about even like foreigners? You're not allowed to convert people to.
Yeah, he did. Yeah,
no proselytizing. Yeah, that's what he said.
I don't think that's on the bullet point. I don't think that's on the bullet points that were listed on my page.
He only mentioned it like a second or two.
No, I mean on the pinned comment. I'd done a pinned comment, and also in the description, I've got the list up of all the bullet points that they've made by another member of my channel, and she put them all together. And I said, "Oh, I'm pinching this. Have a slice of cake." So I sent her an emoji of a cake. She was very happy with that.
Yeah, but there's so many points.
Yeah, but I don't think that was on there. I was thinking about it last week. Well, it come up in a dream last night when I thought, "Oh, right, no, that's not on there," and then just went back to sleep again. Yeah. So,
but yeah, which one are we talking, Mr. Mo? You know, you mentioned a few there. I mean, I agree with all of it, but I think the swearing or banning swear on the Quran, that I think is just genius, because like this is a Christian country, it shouldn't even be a thing regardless. So yeah, I agree with that. What was the there's another one you mentioned.
Cousin marriage, burqa and niqab, public call to prayer. Those are the religious practices, I think, that Ben wants to ban.
I mean, I don't understand how anyone from another country should come here and then say, right, I wear the burqa or niqab, because this is not a country format. So I don't get that. I never have got that. So banning that, you know, other than the fact that it seriously oppresses women, what's the point of like having hair and, oh, this makes me feel good by doing my hair. Oh, put a bit of lipstick on. This makes me feel nice. Oh, no, you can't do that. You got to wear a burqa. That is oppressing women. I think it's disgusting. I've never liked it, personally.
Exactly. I mean, the key point is it's not parallel with Christian culture,
absolutely.
Christian morals, I suppose.
Yeah.
But there was something else you mentioned that was in the back of my head, but I can't remember now. But
well, cousin marriage.
Well, see,
no,
that
was it?
Yeah, the cousin marriage thing. I was like, hang on, you should have said second cousin as well.
Yeah, they just said first cousin marriage. That's true.
I don't think so. I don't think
so. He should have said that. He should have said first, or any cousin marriage, any type of relation. No, that's what you should have said.
10th cousin marriage.
But I mean, yeah, but people don't realise. You go down the family tree. I think the Queen and her partner, they were related twice over. Even Kate and William are related, if you go through whatever in one shape or form. Do you know what I mean? It's like, but
it's
first cousin, second cousin. That's definitely not.
It's only first cousin marriages that, you know, have a 25% chance of making your kids walk backwards, mate. Right? Your second cousin, you're all right. You fancy a second cousin? Hello. Fancy a pint? And then she'll turn around and say, no, you're a second cousin, you pervert. All right, fair enough. I don't get out much. Not that that's happened ever. But yeah.
But no,
to me,
in the Sharia court, that has to go. I don't understand, why is it in a country when we've got our own law system? I don't even get why it is actually a thing, because I believe the first Sharia court in the UK was in 1989. Of course, you give them one, they get more.
Yeah, they just come out and proliferate like a virus.
In their own little enclaves, such as like Birmingham or wherever they are, at, you know, and then so of course they plant the little mosque there, then they plant the Sharia courts there, and then they plant all the people in there, and then it becomes an enclave. You know, we're going to end up with what they call it, they used to have in Germany, the apartheid. Is it apartheid?
Apartheid,
yeah, that's it.
Yeah, but on the Sharia courts, like how. If you banned it, sure, but how would you prevent them from being practiced, you know, undercover, without the authorities catching them? Would there be a British ICE kind of enforcement unit patrolling mosques and looking into these religious buildings? How would that? What would that look like? That's the question.
Yeah. Well. Yeah. We're gonna have
Do you get what I mean? Like it's so much easier said than done. But how would the sequencing look like?
Well, look at the mess they're having to go through in America, where you're deporting them. You know, it looks like we're just going to have the mess in England as well with a Bryce or British ICE. You know,
why don't we just let Donald Trump annex the United Kingdom? Just take over this country.
I would not mind.
53rd state or something.
I would not mind. I can have
abolish the royal family.
As many golf courses as he wants.
So
just looking at his notes. Yes.
Yeah, I've got so much, because I was hoping like to talk more about like the Christian side of it, like, because I know Ben did say like you have to recognise this as a Christian country, which I thought, well, you know, people don't, because they come here, you know, trying to force their said religion on you. whether it's through violence, intimidation, or what, they are trying to force said religions on us. So to recognise it as a Christian country, I mean, that would be the first and foremost. But surely then we need education for Christianity, would we not? Because not everyone goes to church. So do you know what I mean? How you doing, Howie? So, you know, what?
No, he did mention that. Ben did mention that in schools they should be educated on British history.
Yeah.
The curriculum, they're going to work on it. But as I said again, he didn't clarify how, because there's still a draft policy. I think the education system is a really serious topic. But you have to look in depth into it. It's so complicated.
Your kids nowadays, they don't even know Lord's Prayer. Everyone in our days,
and hymns, Lord's Prayer, hymns, national anthem. They don't know
national anthem. That's a hymn as well, isn't it? So get that taught in schools rather than look how bad the English Empire was. Wow.
Yeah, he did say he wanted the national anthem celebrated, didn't he?
Yeah.
And
yes, all exciting stuff. Yes.
He said he wants to recolonize the United Kingdom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, one thing I would say, I hoped Ben would be a bit more firm about the cult of England. I call them the cult of England. They're not the Church of C of E, Church of England. Cult of England.
Yeah.
You know, they really need to step up their game.
Of course they do.
Just take out that Sarah Mullally out.
Stop painting rainbow flags all over inside of your church and stuff.
Yeah, and stop granting asylum seekers passage into the country to be blessed and to be baptized or whatever. Like that's got to stop.
Well, if they're getting baptized, then surely that means that they're becoming Christian. So maybe I don't know. Unless of course they're practicing Taqiyya and they just want to look. I don't know.
It's obviously Taqiyya. Why would you invite asylum seekers in the country?
Yeah,
I mean, I've seen some Church of England websites. They have some kind of programs of like promoting anti-racism, like anti-racism programs. As soon as I see that, I click off the website and I promise myself I'm never going to church ever again until you change that.
Yeah,
because these churches, the whole Church of England needs to be just revamped.
The only way to stop racism is to stop talking about racism. Morgan Freeman.
There you go. Yeah, maybe start by banning the idea that you can have Islamophobia, protect like the most fakest, most violent religion. Free speech as well. So, I mean, did he actually mention anything about banning the definition of Islamophobia? Because I know at the moment the Muslims are kicking off because they want one and they're demanding it, and you're like, hang on a minute, you actually like seriously hate the Jewish community, and anyone who doesn't follow the Quran are literally written in your text as the worst of creatures, and you want Jews gone and then the Christians, but they want to moan about a word like called Islamophobia just because people are now more educated thanks to the internet. I mean, well, what about Judophobia, Christophobia? I mean, did Ben say anything like that? I can't remember.
Ben did say very clearly, it was actually part of the immigration policy. He said that all hate speech legislation will be revoked. It will be taken out. So no hate speech laws.
Yeah. Yes, he did. You're right.
I think that's brilliant. So you can't call someone Islamophobic.
No, that's that. Yeah, that excludes that. Yeah, includes that rather than in a.
And I like it though, because as soon as they call someone Islamophobic or they say, "Oh, you suffer from Islamophobia," one, I think of Tommy Robinson, and two, I just think it's because they're actually like Islam educated. That's what the problem is, and they don't like it. You got people like me going like, Sahir Al-Bukhari, 51, 34, married a 6-year-old, consummated the marriage when she was 9, and they got about 99 excuses to defend it. And you're like, but you can't defend that. No God, no creator would ever allow that, ever. But no, because you know about it, oh, you're Islamophobic. That's what I don't like. So yeah, the hate speech side that you mentioned, mate, that's definitely a good one. Because I mean, like I said to you, I got a 7-day ban, didn't I, for hate speech?
I didn't even say anything like that. So that obviously, I assume YouTube would have to stop. They wouldn't be able to do that.
Probably reported by a leftist, mate. I think we're having quite a few trolls in the chat that time, just before he got banned. So obviously one of those said, "Yeah, Spies dummy out, Nora dummy out," and then went and reported you to YouTube, please.
Ofcom's going to be unhappy about that.
Yeah.
I mean, they love the hate speech legislation, don't they?
Yeah. Where do you actually stand yourself? Sorry, where do you actually stand with regards to? Are you religious man yourself? Are you Christian? Are you Hindu? Are you Sikh? I don't.
Oh yeah, I'm Christian. I converted to the faith like 1.5, 2 years ago. I'd say I'm a pretty bad Christian actually. I don't even go to church. But I try my best. I do my prayers.
But you don't have to go to church to be a Christian. You don't have to. So, I mean, take that back, son. But I mean, were you a different faith before you turned to Christianity, or?
Oh no, I was raised quite atheist actually. In Hong Kong, a lot of families are like that. I think Hong Kong is quite a kind of materialistic place, I suppose, and we don't really talk about the faith much. I had a bit of a discussion, like an argument with my parents about it, and that they don't really believe it. So there's a bit of a conflict there, but each to their own. You just have to pray for people who. Yeah, you got to pray for people who don't at least acknowledge that Western civilization is built on Christ, isn't it?
Yeah, I acknowledge that. I acknowledge that, fully understanding of that. And if we're out foundations, we've got nothing to build on, really. So if someone wants to, which they will, if they can take it away from us, then they'll take it away from us. I mean, that's what wars are all about, isn't it? So, no real reason for it to be like firearms on the street, etc., to be in a war, as we're currently experiencing, aren't we? Look at Zach Polanski. I don't even think Zach Polanski realizes he's going to be the first one to, feel the wind on his toes from the top of a lamppost if he wins. A gay Jew.
Yeah.
And then look at all his backbenchers and things.
Yeah, but just for the people in the chat and the people watching this, actually, like nobody's mandating you to be Christian or convert to the faith. But if you actually just go ahead and read the Bible, there's a lot of the stories in there, especially in the New Testament. It's really interesting. It's one of the greatest historical recountings of Christ and his life. It's really, really.
It's a recounting of it's a recounting of history, and history repeats itself, and we're now living in those days again. We're repeating history, which is a famous thing that we do. So that's how I think about the Bible. All the verses and everything fit to everything or anything that's happening nowadays. Because I think it's a cycle; it just keeps repeating.
Wait, Wizard, can you show that New King James Bible you just had? Can you show?
You sure you don't want to see the Quran? To just prove that I've got it. When people say, "Oh, you can't say this and that," like I've got the Quran, mate. I read it.
I'd watch it, mate.
I can read that over and over. Sure.
Yeah.
Oh, right. Okay.
He's going to get a screenshot of that, mate. It's going to be his best company tonight. Take a screenshot, mate. Page up, right? I'm off to my room.
Well, I think that's where education comes in. That's what Ben said, especially at school and teaching them, because don't forget, there's actually quite a lot of genuine evidence on this planet that proves the Bible, because there is a letter from Pontius Pilate saying, "Oh, we're going to have to crucify Jesus Christ, but I don't really want to, but the people are calling for it." So it's there, it's written, we have that as evidence. So, and there's more evidence that backs the Bible up, and literally understand, when it comes to the Quran, where's the evidence to back that up? They're building in Mecca, they're building all these things, all this building and construction going on, you would not believe. Guess what? 0 artifacts found. 0. Why is that? You always seem to dig up Christian stuff. You can go to Jerusalem, Judea and Samaria, which they're trying to call Palestine, and they're finding artifacts, Jewish artifacts. So
yeah,
I'm hoping that, if schools go down that line and sort of educate that, I mean, it'd be fantastic, because you can't deny that there is evidence.
and to learn about it so you can understand it. I'm not saying you've got to jump to Christianity, but at least you'll think, oh, there is actually evidence for this. That would make sense.
That kind of education as well, and also encourage kids to become archaeologists and find even more facts out, you know, rather than having it all suppressed by whoever's suppressing this information, or trying to silence the word.
Do you know what I think? That how they should educate the kids. They should actually get them to read authors who are experts at this kind of stuff, like C.S. Lewis. He's one of my favorite authors. C.S. Lewis's collection of books about Christendom and the faith, and you know why it's rational to believe in God and stuff. Like C.S. Lewis is brilliant. J.R. Tolkien's good. And Charles Dickens. I love Charles. Well, he's actually from Portsmouth. He was born in Portsmouth. So I expect you know that. But yeah, Charles Dickens. Yeah, good one. Yeah, all good authors to get into the faith and learn about Christianity.
I'm sure that'd be brought back into curriculum. You know, if Advance UK got in, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Rather than this, do you feel like a girl today, Tommy? You know.
With regards to the question on the screen, Cherries, I think if Elon Musk actually funded a new political party with Rupert, that'd just be ridiculous. We do not need one now. And if Rupert was to do that, that would probably say more about him. I know he's looking at Great Yarmouth first to do like a localized party, which no skin off anyone's nose. But if he wants to do one that's like countrywide, another political party, we got Reform, Advance, UKIP. It gets silly, and I think if he does that, like Rupert Lowe, in my eyes, he'll go down a few notches. I think it's just ridiculous, personally. What do you think? Rich?
No, Lecture you go first.
Oh yeah, no, I completely agree. Yeah, it will. You can already see it split happening, and he hasn't even officially announced anything. You know, you've got a lot of people now turning into kind of like reform people on the. You know, such as the shall we call it DB issue, Burgess. Anyway, I don't know. She's not living rent free in my head. Okay, so yeah, you're starting to get a lot of people on Rupert Lowe's side. You know, being a little bit authoritative with their comments about it, if you like. Because obviously, I get them on my channel. I'm sure you get them on your channel as well. What do you mean Rupert's doing that? No, he's not. He's doing this, that, and other. Oh, yeah. Okay, fine. You know.
Well, I just think like. You know, being at the conference there myself, I can see everything is handled really professionally.
Yeah.
And the team at Advance, they're actually coming together and discussing how should we get these policies together.
Yeah.
And just talking and discussing.
Yeah.
So for Rupert Lowe, unless he has actually a really thought out strategy to save this country with or without Advance UK, that's his decision.
Yeah.
But like he should at least give it a try. Just join up with Advance.
Yeah.
And if he doesn't like it, he's free to leave. Right.
Yeah. Plus, something else pointed out to me by a Restore Britain sycophant. But I understand where they're coming from. Rupert actually said at the end of the interview that I'd, featured on my stream, he did say that he's going to wait until he's had the grooming gang inquiry done and dusted, and then he'll come up with a decision. But I suppose really my frustration was that the hint was there that it might be, creating another party. Just a minute, just a minute. Let me put the brakes on there. What's going on? But then at the end, he does say, I'll have a look into it after the grooming gang inquiries, which is obviously a big workload that he's got on. So yeah.
I mean, you were quite angry in that video. I saw you.
I was proper wind up. But also, I don't really think Dan Wootton wanted it. I don't think his headline was very good either. It actually said, Rupert Lowe is going to create a new party. I think that's what triggered me. I reached for my whiskey.
That clickbait.
Yeah. So, clickbait, obviously. But
but he came out on that interview on Peter McCormack.
Yeah.
And I thought it was his response was, I guess, diplomatic in a sense, but also a bit disappointing because he kept commenting saying that, I love Ben. I love the work that he does. He's a patriot. He cares for his country. He's doing fantastic work. And then you say all that and you say, but. I mean, come on.
I might create another party. I'll look into it after the grooming gang inquiry. Ah!
That just makes me want to rip my hair apart, you know?
There you go. So you could just look at my video, you see, and then, you know, just I can always project all my anger onto you, and you no need to do so much anger yourself. I think I might have actually sent that in a message, you know, to Rupert Lowe. I hadn't reserved anything back, but he probably just thinks who's this idiot, because I'd only just been allowed on his messaging list on Facebook. That's if it's actually, you know, Rupert Lowe that I'm talking to. But yeah, I think I might have done that. I can't really remember. I think I'd had the full bottle by then.
Yeah, I think you guys. I'm not sure if you guys watch Paul Thorpe and Richard Inman in some of their live streams. They keep saying there's these people, these worm tongues surrounding Rupert Lowe, these young ethno-nationalist sort of tending people.
Yeah.
Maybe they're whispering in Rupert's ear and saying that, you know, don't join Advance. And, I'm not a big fan of Charlie Downs, honestly. The way he talks about certain people, it's just
yeah.
It might be true.
And Steve Laws. Steve Laws for or against? Is it Steve Laws?
He's not an ethno-nationalist. He's an ethno-preservationist.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah, but from what he was saying, he wanted everyone out of the country. He wanted everybody out of the country. That'd include you, Mo. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What's all that? So, and Steve Laws, I'm sure I got his name right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wanted to talk about that on my channel, but it's so complicated. There's so many points to cover.
I understand, yeah. Plus, he did divide people, didn't he? When he interviewed, what's his name, Andrew Gold. Andrew Gold interviewed him, and I saw a right-leaning split there. Again, fracturing the left-right or the.
Yeah, but you have to admit, Andrew was really bad in that interview. His performance, that was one of his worst performance videos.
Yeah.
I'd say.
He also kind of defending his own Jewish stance as well, weren't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's only quite good, isn't he?
He's a bit too liberal in my sense.
Okay.
I think he talks to try to please everyone. He don't want to upset anyone, so he's like spreading himself so thin.
Exactly.
Like, just stick to what you know, mate, or whatever you believe. Just say it. Do you know what I mean? You can't sit here and like, you know, for me, like, oh, I don't want to upset all other religious people, so I'm not going to admit I'm a Christian. Do you know what I mean? I'll get me cross out. I'll show it on streams. Like, you know, I'm not saying trying to force you, indoctrinate you or anything. I'm just saying this is who I am. If you don't like me, bugger off. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I can't like everyone, but do you know what I mean? To not like someone just because of a certain belief is just ridiculous. So it's more about them than about us.
I'll WhatsApp you actually about something that I caught someone and your Christianity thing. That's all I'll say. Yeah.
Was that Paul Morris?
Yeah. There you go.
Oh, I don't
all
know.
right, you said it.
Like,
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
What does a Christian look like? Someone even put that in a. They said, "What does a Christian supposed
Oh
to
yeah, I
look like?"
saw that. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, not to do Paul down, but you know, it's kind of chemtrails. Not even realizing that the amount of chemicals that you need to put on an aeroplane would be the size of a shipping container with all the weight of the passenger and the luggage and everything. You know, where are you going to fit that on an airplane? You know, yeah. So I had to mention that on his channel. I do know. Just before coming on, you know, pre-stream, I watched Guardian Mose today, and I think we should discuss as well that idea. About having a central hub. I mean, I'd actually been advertising it as well on you know, with any emails that I send that we're trying to make an Advance UK hub whereby people can contact members and the college members in order to get it up to the upper echelons in the party, such as Ben. You know what I mean? I think we're working. You know, I think that's working actually, that idea. Yeah, and Mo endorsed it as well, which is brilliant, Mo. Yeah. I believe the Wiz is on board with it. That's a question to you, Wiz. Nod and smile politely. Yeah. yeah. So there
My
you go.
silence is an agreement.
Okay, right.
Unless I go, no, you're right.
Yeah. So, you know, we're hoping to get even more people on, more prominent figures, even in the future. Got a couple next week, haven't you, Wiz? Go on, plug it. Who you got?
No, I've got Dr. Craig Walton tomorrow at 1 p.m.
Yep. Yeah,
Excuse me. He's
Oh yeah.
What's his speciality as well, mate? Do you know?
he actually he's an earth scientist. He
Ooh.
does geoscience.
Yeah,
He looks at culture,
geoscience. Yeah.
energy, immigration, education. So we'll be discussing that tomorrow.
Lovely.
And he's also an author.
Author.
He's got
Yeah.
Science fiction. Yeah.
science fiction and some fantasy. I was like, because he said, "Oh, will you be mentioning my book?" Yes, I will actually, because like you're good enough to come on my channel. I will be mentioning them because I said I've written a book myself and I was sent it off to like agents and publishers. It's a bloody nightmare. They're like, no. But then Harry Potter that got refused about 18 times. So you know, my fantasy novel. About 79,000 words, but I haven't written book 2 because if no one wants book 1, I'm not having 2 books that I've written that no one's going to read because that's just ridiculous. And it takes a long time to write, and it took me 2 weeks to expand it, edit it, and do it. Keep reading every chapter. Oh, mate, it's not as easy as you think it would be, but it's enjoyable.
No.
It's good.
Did you go through the whole process for like publisher, editor, someone proofreading your book?
No, I've done it all myself thus far. Like literally, I spent 2 weeks going through every single chapter, which there's 26 of them. I've gone through them 4 times now, editing, enhancing, taking bits away if I repeat it or whatever. So I'll go through all that. Like I say, it took 2 weeks, and then what I do is I get 7 publishers and or agents. Send those 7 off. By the time I get 5 refusals, I then send the next batch of 7 off. So, but I mean, I've only found one actual publisher that's actually accepting. So I'll send it off to them, but I haven't heard back yet, which might be a good one. But I've heard back from agents.
Yeah, I think you finished your book, didn't you? When you were in lockdown from YouTube. Yeah, so you finished your book off for your week's holiday. So next time you get banned, you can do as an audio book. So I don't really read. I can read, but I can't read. I read Facebook.
So, but you never know. If you ever see on the bookshelves and it says Wizard No Name and the Book of Creation, then you know. You think, hang on, I know who wrote that because it's not my.
I know that beard.
Yeah, I've got a pen name. I'm not using my real name. And then book 2, Wizard No Name and the Dragon's Blood. That's 1 paragraph in, but I'm not writing any more until anything happens.
Yeah.
But anyway, where are we? Advanced UK. Come on. We're supposed to talk about
yeah, sorry. So we missed a question on the comments. I think it was Cara who was asking it. What is Ricky Doolan's official position? He doesn't have an official position. He's just a spokesperson, I suppose.
That was the guy who gave the decent Christian speech.
Christianity,
all the airbag. Maybe could send him an email if he's got a YouTube channel and I can get to his email address.
He's got one.
Yeah.
He was actually part of UKIP. He was part of UKIP before, and then he moved over to Advance after a lot of convincing from
when he saw the light. Yeah.
I've been tagging people in my X posts on Twitter or X, whatever you want to call it. So, you know, like Sarah and Nick Buckley, everyone's saying about interviews and that, but without actual proper contact details. You know what I mean? So hopefully, if they see that, then I can find a blooming email, and they'll be like, "Oh yeah, I remember this on X." So it might refresh their mind. But
if they've got a particular YouTube channel, then just click on more. You know where it says details. Click on more, and it'll say in there view email address.
Yeah. All that, and, but like Paul Thorpe, he hasn't got one, or he didn't have one. I can't put, or did he have one? But there's some people you click and, or it's not even there. The option.
Paul Thorpe has got one. That's how I managed to get into.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah, Paul Thorpe did because it's to do with the when he was selling his watches and that. But there's other people like that's not even there. They obviously haven't put in an email address at all, so it's not even there to click, which is annoying. But yeah, I'll try and get them through X. But you know, it's got to be done.
Yeah.
But, we'll see. But where are we? Ban companies from excluding white job applications as well. Yeah, white people are being like racist. What about the face recognition for all UK people, but not if Burqa is wearing it? That's very true. Face recognition wouldn't work, would it? If Mood gets to PM, she will. All girls and women wear it. I can see it. Yeah, well, the best thing in our life is our religion, which is worrying. I mean, it shouldn't.
Shouldn't be a thing, should it? Good afternoon. They have Sharia pensions. Yes, they do. Advanced UK, UFOs are here. Wiz, what area of the UK? I'm in Portsmouth. I can look out of my bedroom window and I can see Fratton Park and I can hear it on a Saturday. Ban convicted terrorists in MPs. Yeah, definitely. Oh, they were working hijab because of the heat out in the Middle East to protect their skin from burning. No,
Well,
it's about
they'd be wearing
men are perverts.
Yeah, yeah. They can't control themselves. That's why they keep trying to wape. Wape. This is why they keep trying to wape our English women. Because they're
this is
not covered.
Good, like we are close to becoming an Islamic state. I mean, blimey heck, if they get 50% of this country being Muslim, they will force it to be Islamic. So what Ben says is really, really important with regards to being a Christian and proud and culture, in it.
Yeah, they already block vote as well, don't they? So the entire family will have one head, head person to do the voting for them. They've got no say in it. The women haven't got any say in it or anything like that. So I think we'll find out in Gorton and Denton. If the Greens get in, it's obvious that it's been block voted in by a certain demographic. Yeah.
There's a question for both of you. Advanced simply don't have the numbers to make any real difference at the moment. I can't see that changing anytime soon. From Graham, what do you say?
Go on,
Look, all I'll say is, everyone said the same thing about reform when they started until Farage got in. So yeah, it's not about the numbers, not a popularity game. It's not a celebrity contest.
No,
it's about delivering what's right. And Advanced UK is that.
Yeah. We do need more structure, but still votable. Think about voting.
For clearly stated, Reform UK is only 50% ready at the moment. So if there was a blooming election tomorrow, who are you going to vote for?
Yeah.
Reform UK, 50% ready. That's worrying.
Yeah, and that's another thing about Rupert Lowe as well. If he starts up another party, then we're going to be 3 months at least, because that's how long it took Advance UK to get their application through, didn't it? So that's another 3 months of twiddling our thumbs, wondering what's going off.
Jumped into my head. You two. A question to both of you. What do you think about Reform UK and what they've been saying and doing with regards to Nick Buckley and his Gaunton and Denton sort of being up for it? I mean, they've been sort of labelling like misogynist and that, and they Reform are literally attacking him. I mean, have you seen it? Heard it?
It's something that are true. I haven't. Unfortunately, I tend to steer clear of any Reform UK conferences, if you like, or speeches that they give. But any true patriot would take their candidate out, wouldn't they? Mr. What's his name? Tall bloke, lives in Luton, but reckons is the Manchester guy who's running. What's his name? I forget.
Yeah, Matt Goodwin. Yeah.
Matt, yeah, thank you. Yeah.
Matt Hoodwinked. I call him Matt Hoodwinked. He's hoodwinked into the cult.
Why is he standing? Cult. It's going to be exactly the same as what's his name? Farage running in
Clacton.
In Clacton, yeah. Nobody ever sees him, does they? Apparently, they have.
Yeah, funny enough, on Saturday, I talked to Tony Mack. Do you guys know Tony Mack? He was the one who actually ran originally for the Clacton branch when he was part of Reform, until Nigel Farage came in, kicked him out.
Showed his true colours.
Yeah, show his true colours. And Tony Mack, you can see his interview on Andy the Gabby Cabby, and also Paul Thorpe interviewed him as well. I spoke to him on Saturday. I have a lot of time for it. I actually met him in the first Advance event in Billericay Key over in Essex. I didn't know who he was until I saw that Paul Thorpe interview. But he's a top bloke. He's just a member of Advance right now. I asked him, like, are you going to become a Clacton candidate if there is ever a by-election?
Yeah.
And, he says it's not off the tables. I'm hoping I can get him in for an interview.
Yeah.
I got his contact details. Tony Mack, he's a good guy. There's a lot of good guys in that conference, but yeah, I have a lot of time for Tony and yeah, I think this whole, to answer your question, obviously, reform, throwing insults at Nick, that's just cult mentality behavior, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's even the biggest sticker fan, June Slater. Do you guys know June Slater?
Oh yeah.
Like even she came out and criticized that move to bring in Nadeem Zahawi, that vaccine mandate guy.
Mm-hmm.
And even she just has her rose tinted glasses. If you made Nigel Farage come out and say the Earth was flat, she'd make up some kind of excuse to justify that.
Yes, it is, and Zia Yusuf also believes that. So of course, yes, I believe that too. Yes, it's correct. Yeah.
Hey, Craig.
You noticed the man who is appearing tomorrow. We just spoke about his. Oh, I hope he was on when we were talking about his sci-fi book and fantasy book. He's like, oh, they're mentioning that, aren't they nice? But there will be a comprehensive education policy soon. It's in draft.
Yes. Welcome to the Advanced UK Communication Hub, masquerading and identifying as the Wizard's Words. Because I don't know what's going to change the name of its channel, is it? But yeah.
Yep, and I took. I think it was Mark Proudlove. He said, "I said, on those Ko-fi, I was going to do it so you can buy me a spell." And he said a potion. So if you look, I've gone back to like being 12 years old because I love it. But it says like buy the Wizard potion at Ko-fi.com. I just think it's genius. I sent it to my missus, made her smile. So it's got to be a good thing if my missus smiles, I'll tell you. But yeah, Craig, we did mention your books and your authors, but we'll be mentioning them tomorrow. And there are links. If you actually go to the video that's already up, the holding page for tomorrow's interview, there are links to his books in the description, because obviously he was good enough to come on and I'm good enough to advertise. It's simple as that. Where was I? We were up here. What do you think, Pat? Saying like the Islamic kangaroo courts and that, if you're caught, you should get a 10-year sentence as basic for Islamic courts. I mean, that would be a deterrent, wouldn't it? Or is it a bit too harsh?
Yeah, no one would be sentenced in that case because they'd all just go home, I suppose. It's back to that Islamic third world battle wars.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Plus, of course, not forgetting
banks were deep in Sharia.
Yeah. Not forgetting they can also get away with saying, but it were religious things that all preaching, and they can get away with that now because our government is so weak. I was preaching religious things when I said slit their throats, etc. Or, all that. Yep. It's legal. It's legal for them to say it because they can get off on it, or you get off with it by saying it was religious teachings I was teaching. So, don't do fucking hell spells.
Drew Lang says, in the time Advance has been around, they're growing faster than Reform. And then to back that up, Phil comes up and says, Advance have more members now already than Reform did last election.
Truth.
We had Dr. Craig Walton. Yes, ladies and gents, 1 o'clock tomorrow, Dr. Craig Walton, who's a member of Advance UK and the college, will be here talking culture, immigration, education, energy. He's an earth scientist. How interesting is that? So we will be discussing. So don't miss that.
Good luck with your interview with him tomorrow. I spoke to Craig on Saturday. Mate. He's a good guy. Yeah. Craig is top.
We picked up my like my tweet, I suppose. I was going to say an X, but it sounds a bit like Kisses, done it, all these X's, but as a tweet. And he actually picked up on that and he was like, oh, sounds interesting. I'm up for it. So he was the one that responded first. Like, oh, brilliant. So he's got to be a good guy.
Crazy good guy.
And he writes.
Yeah, him and I, him and I exchanged private messages on X. And he's actually the leader of Advanced UK Future. It's like he's building this youth group. It's like a organization within Advance, obviously, for young people. But yeah, he's just organizing it together. And I said, yeah, I can help out in whatever capacity and contribute. Yeah, crazy good guy. I talked to him. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah,
maybe could help
that tomorrow.
Maybe it could help this channel get more prominent figures on. That was the thing. Did you do anything with Ben regards contacting the channel at all? Mo?
Paul
on
Ford said
Saturday.
he's going to have a word with Ben.
Sorry, Wiz.
Yeah. Okay.
Paul Thorpe said that obviously I've got his number now with WhatsApp and that, and he said he's going to have a word with Ben for me and possibly Sarah White.
Sarah
is
White.
it?
I like
Sarah
One
White.
that done the
Yeah.
flag and got
Yeah.
arrested.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah.
I might even
yeah,
gel me hair for when Sarah appears. Not that I'll be on stream anyway. I'll only be in chat. So yeah, I might gel me hair.
but no,
Yeah.
but good. Yeah, the more advanced UK members that we can, or what do we call them? Are they councillors?
Mm,
I mean, I don't know what we call them at the moment.
What's that?
Representatives.
so which ones?
People that that like Sarah, obviously she's got her own area for advance, but
Oh,
what would she be
spokesperson. Yeah,
this
she's a.
point?
Right.
Because I mean, would you class them as councillors or representatives or Helen's? I just on my other screen saying candidates. That's a good one. So yeah, they're
Yeah.
candidates, I suppose. Yeah, so it'd be great to talk to as many candidates as possible from Advance UK. Because I was thinking, like, I'd like to be able to talk to people from other parties, but then I was like, but do I though? It's good to get their perspective, but would it sort of fall in the fact that, being that I'm a paid up member of Advance, would I inadvertently be promoting a different person in a different area from a different party?
Oh,
And I don't want to run that risk. So
no.
I'll be
Wiz.
like, because if
No.
I end up with Matt Goodwin, say, it'd be a good discussion. And for people from Advance to then fire questions at him, there could end up being a good debate because we are Advanced. We're not going to change to Reform, but it could end up being an actual good debate, say, between me and someone from Reform, which is, to me, that's entertaining. But if it's advertising them, then I'm not. So I did drop the idea. I've just been hammering info out to people from Advance now. So
I do have Advance. You're not really doing some kind of Paul Thorpe kind of news thing, are you? You just you're here. Well, if you want to, you're here to promote Advance. Yeah. So maybe steer clear of the Matt Goodwin stylists because you're going to end up, a bit like
because I
GB
do
News
reviews anyway. So I can do a review. I mean, if Matt Goodwin's on a video saying something, then I can take that video and then I review it. So that would be better because then I can have my say and say, like, what is this idiot talking about? If that's the case, I'm not saying it is, but I'm just saying. So, mate, so that's what I was thinking, like, to do it because I think on my page I put news, politics, news, reviews, and interviews because it rhymes.
I mean, if you're going to have to start having people from Reform, then you're going to have to get people from Conservatives, Labour, the Greens.
Yeah,
The Greens.
that's what I thought. No, I'll stick to just reviewing certain things. Do you know what I mean? And having a say. I will be loading the video up.
Yeah, but the thing is, you
Sorry.
won't get a chance of getting any Reform candidates because they'll know that you're part of Advance.
Yeah.
If they find out, so
Plus,
they'll see you as a threat.
Yeah, they're in kind of their own gilded cage, aren't they? They're obviously in some kind of bubble. Otherwise, they'd understand that Tommy Robinson isn't racist. Tommy Robinson isn't a woman beater. They'd realise all that, wouldn't they? So obviously, they're in their own little news bubble within Reform UK. And I think if you paid Nigel 80 quid, he might appear.
Wait, did you guys see? There was a comment earlier. Did you guys see the fake letters in G&D, Gordon Denton?
I think, someone actually mentioned that. I don't think.
From Reform.
I don't know. I'm a bit fake it.
Yeah,
I find that really sus because they're supposed to have a legal imprint on every letter issued by Reform UK, but apparently they're coming under a police investigation, and the Electoral Commission is getting involved. So.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The first one I saw about fake was John Z put in fake it. And I was like, oh, what's that? That's why I clicked on it because I wasn't too sure what that was about. But fake it till you make it. What about this? Need to stop women becoming clerics. What do you think of that?
I don't know. That's kind of taking on the role of being a Muslim then, isn't it? Stop women from getting into certain places. I don't
But
think
they're not
anybody.
Yeah,
supposed
I'm
to
not
be in
for
certain
that.
places. They're not actually. If you look at Christianity as a rule, then women should not be said part of the church. But we're in 2026 now, so where do we draw the line? Do you know what I mean? So,
Well,
I'm 50-50 on it.
allow women to become clerics as long as they're not dressed in a burqa. There you go. How's that?
Cara, to be honest, I wouldn't swear on the Bible either. The Lord Jesus said not to swear on anything. So I swore on a few hammers when they hit my thumbs.
She means words like titties and willies. You know, you shouldn't do that on a Bible.
Here's one. Mo, I'm going to click on this one. This one's for you. All right, mate? There you go.
Right,
So,
okay.
you on now, mate?
Right. Now I understand. Christianity is gay. Islam, religion of the sword.
Yeah.
But that's the strength of Christianity, is that they don't rule through violence. They rule through humility.
Yeah.
We rule through
I
tolerance.
like that. Yeah. Review through humility. Yeah.
Islam is the religion of
what's
the sword and some stab emotions.
Yeah.
I mean, what's the saying? Turn the other cheek. I mean, Islam slaps both cheeks and thrusts a knife into your belly. So there you go.
Yeah.
And sets your plane on, puts a bomb in your plane. So, you know.
Yeah. Or in the middle of your concerts.
We build, Ariana Grande.
Yep, like to do. So, well, there was something else to do with Christianity that I read that I was like, what was it? Reinforce Christian heritage, prohibit conversions of churches, flags mandatory. And I swear, what was he said constitutionally and cultural Christian. Oh, I think we mentioned it actually. Maybe we have. I think we've gone through the Christian side of it.
Wait, here's one, Wizard. Fund councils to promote Christmas, Easter, national celebrations. Funding local council. What do you think about that? A thumbs up from me.
Yeah. Definitely. I mean, blimey, it's like if you're a Christian country and you're paying taxes and it's going to promote Christianity through education and for what you've just said there, then I can't see anyone being against that. What do you think, Electrodoc?
Well, as long as they're not doing what they call it, where they've got the baby Jesus in there and all the three wise men are all around it, you know, that nativity. As long as they're not making nativity out of chuffing rugs, you know, it gets my vote. Invest in some proper statues of the nativity rather than using people depicted as rugs like they did this year. You know where I'm coming from now. yeah.
This is the magic carpet.
But the thing is with these councils, right? In my local town last Christmas, there wasn't any excitement for Christmas. It was just some kind of, I don't know, lantern festival. What the hell's lanterns got to do with Christmas? It was some kind of winter solstice lantern festival, and kids could build their own lanterns and stuff. There was no thrill or excitement for Christmas in my town in Wiltshire. And I'm sure that's quite common in every town in the UK. They should bring back the excitement of Christmas and Easter especially, because it's just there's no character in this country. There's no, it's really lacking.
The thing is, Christmas, what bugs me is now all about monetary. What you're getting, how much. Hang on a minute. Christmas is an actual Christian holiday to be celebrated. Yeah, but what you're getting? You're getting the iPad or you're getting a football. Do you know what I mean? It all seems to be monetized.
Very commercialized. Yeah, commercialized.
But even the Coca-Cola advert, you know, that's even the Coca-Cola advert, that's been, heavily not subsidized anymore. What are you doing? And I'm not that side.
He got it right, so I thought, we're going to give him a poke, and I thought I'll see if I can poke his head, but it's not working.
Even the Coca-Cola adverts can't decide how many wheels they need on their Coca-Cola trucks. Yeah, because it's more done with AI now, which is shit. You've
Yeah.
seen the AI, and the truck that they keep showing from different angles, it grows a new set of wheels as it's going by. It's just terrible.
Yep. This is what I'm saying. See, look, I'm not a big Christian, but I thought women were not allowed to lead the church. No, they're not. Hence why I said, like, they shouldn't really. Even in 2026, like I say, you could change whatever, but the crux of Christianity is this: women should not be leading the church for whatever reason. But that's just the way it is. Just the way.
Wait,
it
what
is.
if it was a woman, but he identifies as a man? Can he still be leader of the church?
That woke crap won't work in Christianity, mate. Otherwise, I'm going to identify as a woman myself, but I'll keep my beard because it's manly. What makes no sense?
I can't grow a beard. So what does that make me, Wiz? Am I not manly anymore?
Yeah, me neither.
Well,
am I a lady? Do I now identify as
get some man boobs, a bit of lippy?
I've got one man boob.
But,
I've got no hair. I've got no hairs on my chest. I haven't had a shave for a month.
What about when Ben said the Equality Act? Get it out.
Yeah.
The Equality Act.
Equality
what do you
Act
think of that?
2010.
Yeah. So
that's to do with workplace discrimination.
Yeah.
I just think it should be scrapped.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, it's so subjective, isn't it? Like being discriminated based on your gender or your race. And
I can be a pot washer. I can be a pot washer. Look. Yeah, I'm very good at that. So that's merit. That's not equality, whatever they're calling it. Not equality. I'm just good at pot washing. and Pringles eating. There you go. I can dish out Pringles for everybody if you want one.
Mate, you can audition for Deadpool with that hand.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, good. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. when it's coming across his landlady's shoulder, like, yeah. I actually did a video on that saying, oh, wait a minute, why was I not shouted to do this? You know what I mean? Why did they have to use CGI if they didn't have to? I've happily done it.
Graham says banning certain types of clothing. Obviously, we were saying about burkas, weren't we? Niqabs. Sounds good, but how are you going to practically enforce it? Well, you're wearing it.
Well, aren't they doing it in Germany? They're doing it in Germany and Italy, right? The police are going down and saying,
I believe so.
You've got your
$5,000
full-on niqab. You're taking it off.
Yeah.
Or you get arrested.
Yeah. Yeah. I also think that was part of the COVID thing, to get us used to people wearing masks. So now every time I see someone wear balaclava on, I just, instantly dismiss them as having some kind of face nappy on, because they use that 2 years to get people used to it, if you like.
Yeah.
Just a conspiracy theory for you to mull over there.
Did Ben Habib say anything about online safety? Because obviously they're talking about the social media ban, aren't they, on under 16s?
No, they didn't mention anything about. They didn't mention anything about a digital ID other than the Q&A. He touched on it briefly, but since this was an immigration policy event, there wasn't anything on online stuff. And
what was it labeled as? Immigration, culture,
restoration, and culture.
Restoration.
Yeah.
That was it. Yep.
Yeah, restoration and culture.
But I think
there's going to be a policy on that. I think
they see way too much kids, don't they? It's a shame. A third rather than spare. That's one way of doing it, Cara. UK government fighting to keep the audit reform bill dead because they know that if an AI audit tool like Musk is deploying in the US is ever allowed to run on the UK, will expose them all. Truth teller.
Yeah. Oh.
I have no idea. I'm afraid. What's that? The New King James, the Bible I use mostly. Yeah, I've got the Quran as well. Yes, I've read it, so people can say stuff, and I'm like, Download the Bible. Why not?
I'll have your Quran. I've run out of toilet paper. That's mine for when I run out. So no.
Next lockdown. That book will get extremely thin.
Yep. If you don't start using the churches again, you will lose them. They will become a mosque. Leslie, that's exactly why what Guardian Mo said, that Ben expressly said no church could be converted to another religious building. Which, I mean, I'm not being funny in any shape or form here, guys, but in that common sense, that is literally like common. It's a church. It's a Christian church. If it's not going to be a Christian church, you either like close it and people can just come and see it, or surely you'd knock it down. It would never ever become a mosque or a synagogue or nothing. Surely it's Christian. It was built Christian. I mean, it's a church.
I mean, one of the first things you ever put down in, I think it's civilization, is your church, your ankh. Yeah, you used to place that down, and then that would allow people to, be spawned there, because it's a central thing to any foundation that you have, even in a game. Central thing, a church.
Well, common sense isn't common anymore.
No, it's not. That's the problem, mate, isn't it? It's just like, but what's like, Islam just builds its mosque right over the most holy Jewish place. They're like, oh no, it's a mosque now. It always has been. Like, no, it hasn't. They literally just lie, and they build over things and convert things from Jewish to Islamic, and then claim it's always been theirs. You're like, really? So that, no, it should.
Well, even in the Christian world as well. I mean, one of the bases for the ancient Christian faith was Constantinople. But now it's Istanbul in Turkey, and they basically built this mega mosque over that main church in Constantinople, and now it's, the whole thing is fully Islamic.
Erased from history as well, which is another tactic that they use, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yep. Yep. Cara Guizia, C.S. Lewis, a great Irishman. We, the UK, have an Muslim in charge of education and Christianity being taken out of schools, teaching the Quran, praying, etc.
Yep, correct, Prancer. Yep.
That's where, like, because Guardian Mo said, like, about what Ben Habib said. That's why I think it's just, I'm not going to say common sense again, but it's imperative that not only we listen to Ben, that we're going to have to do something about it, i.e., vote, support Advance. Otherwise, it's not going to happen. And then all the times that me, Guardians Mo, Electrodoc sit here talking about it, like, we can all talk, but we're not willing to get off our backsides and actually vote. Then all this talk is for nothing.
Correct.
And then you will be looking down the barrels of an ex-Christian country because it would be Islamic. So,
correct. Wisdom used to be a voter until I converted him to Advance UK. Didn't used to be a voter. Yeah, but then again, I didn't vote when Labour got in. I didn't vote then, and then I thought, wait a minute, I need to give myself a kick up the backside. So, yeah.
Yeah, but the voter turnout last year was terrible.
It was.
I can't imagine how it would be like in 2029 if it reaches above 20%.
Less than 30%.
Through the roof, if you ask me.
Sorry,
I think it was 30%. Was it? Was it that
I'll
high?
say, was it less than 30%?
Well, it'll be one of the two. Unless it is 30%. It'll be one of those other two.
Less than 30, because I'm sure it said 20 something, but obviously I don't want to sort of commit to say whatever if I'm wrong.
Yeah.
But we all know it was high. Like the non-voter turnout, that was pretty staggering.
Yeah. Well, this time I think it's going to be through the roof. I think everybody's realizing. Yeah.
No, we just have to wait till Labour get this country into real mess. Like, I hate to say it, but they haven't done enough damage. I think.
Right.
I think things have to get a lot worse before people wake up. Before the people in the football stadiums, they stop hanging on to their football tickets and whatever stuff they're doing, and actually get involved politically.
Absolutely. Yeah. Get involved right here on the Wizard's Words, ladies and gentlemen, or the Guardian Mo's channels, or my well, I'm sporadic with my uploads.
Join Advance UK.
Yeah, join Advance
remember.
UK. You are not splitting any votes by joining Advance UK, nor are you splitting any votes by voting Advance UK. Because
What
nationalists.
Leslie said here, I've actually seen a Christian school and all the kids were on the floor praying Islam style because they were being taught how to. I mean, that's shocking. So again,
It's shocking.
It's what Ben said. So yeah, but then if you said it about Christianity, then you know the 1 or 2 Muslim kids in there would have kicked off, told their parents they'd be outside the school protesting, get the blooming teacher sacked. Do you know what I mean? Oh, mention Christianity. 2 sides to every story, but
no, but the worst part isn't the kids; it's the parents, the mums and dads. They're complicit in it.
Yeah.
And if you criticize them, they'll call you Islamophobic.
I actually brought this up, with 51st States last night.
Absolute cowards.
His ex-missus were having problems with kids, and me and him were having a conversation about that, saying, well, it's kind of been taught them by our generation of schooling, education, not, and it just moves religion out of the way, so, and then you can't really bring them back because they're too far. Oh, religion, don't be so stupid, kind of thing, and then they just carry on and they don't.
What about like this? I did post something earlier, but I missed it, or I did put it up, but I didn't read it out. But especially like Elon Musk or whatever getting involved in our politics and funding parties, should it be allowed or not?
From Elon Musk?
Yeah,
to a certain extent. It needs to be managed.
Yeah.
Unlike, it seems a bit strange to be living in America and you want to do something with regards to a political party in the UK. That seems strange to me. I mean, dual citizenship. Do you know what I mean? You'd think, oh, okay.
If Qatar are allowed to put as much money as they want into our education system, then exactly. I think anyone can put, as long as it's not dodgy. Well, then again, is Qatar's money dodgy? But you can't bring that up because
they're doing it in America.
Then you're identified as Islamophobic, aren't you? So yeah.
Because Qatar is investing in the universities in America, and they're investing the money, saying, "Oh, as long as you put Islam in a good light and let people get the Quran and all that." So there's always a condition. So it could be dangerous. Could be a slippery slope. But But anyway, right, where are we? What else? Is there anything else from the conference? We've done the Christian side of things. I mean, I've written down loads. I mean, we won't be able to go through all of these, but
what about this one? What about this one? Where are we? Oh yeah, mandate all publicly owned buildings to hoist the Union Jack flag. It's mandatory.
That'd be good. Yeah.
See, that would.
I am for that.
You wait. People would really go. They'd kick off, wouldn't they? It's a public building in the United Kingdom with a flag of the United Kingdom. Racist, mate. Racist.
Yeah.
That's racist.
We'd had raise the colours around our area, and you know what? Driving down the road and seeing all flag. Oh, you just felt butterflies in your stomach. It was beautiful. You thought, yes, this is England. And that kind of patriotism, it needs to be felt by everyone. It really makes you feel good. You get the hairs on back of your neck stick up and things like that. I don't think it's just me. Yeah. Get it done. Yeah.
You think
what they should do is mandate the Union Jack flag, but also ban any other flags to be alongside of it, like the Pakistani flag or something. I think that's an insult.
Yeah, well, maybe Pakistani one, but that, I mean, we also fly it with the Israeli flag and the Ukrainian flag against it. So I don't know.
Yeah, except for embassies. Embassies are a bit different, but
they normally have them inside anyway. The embassies, all of the flags standing and whatnot. But
yeah.
I mean, if I entered a 100-meter race and a 400-meter race, would that be racist?
Oh dear.
What was that?
I ran 100 meters and the 400 meters, maybe even a marathon. That's racist.
Indeed.
Bad, I know. There's no way I could think of a race and putting it into racist to just like, I think because race is absolutely thrown everywhere and it gets on my nerves. Like as soon as you see Tommy Robinson, racist, Islamophobic, fascist, bigot, my God, mate, got any more buzzwords? It really bugs me because they know at some point, like even I get it in my comments, like you're racist. Like what?
Yeah. Yes, well,
within
this last 2-minute snippet, right? You've already banned your own YouTube video. I think only the live stream viewers are going to be able to see this now. Anyway, yeah,
it's terrible.
YouTube
terrible.
algorithm.
I don't. Who's Ricky Doolan? Anybody?
It means
know him?
Racist. Ricky Doolan. How there's that name?
Well, we spoke about it earlier. He's a spokesperson.
Yeah, he was the guy who gave the big Christian speech at the beginning of the Advance UK conference.
Is that the one with blonde hair, beard?
Yeah, sort of goldish blonde. Yeah,
that's definitely been bleached.
Ex-UKIP member, apparently, according to Mo.
Yeah.
Paul Pop was on camera. Wesley Winters filmed him saying illegal migrants were okay.
Legal. That'll be legal. I don't. It's not going to be saying illegal. You know.
Julie, surely you misspoke. I meant legal. Yeah, he says that. Oh, when you're live, you've got to be so careful. It's like it's when you missay, people jump on it.
Yeah.
So
yeah. Like the one with Ben Habib when he went on to say, so someone came up with it and said, "Oh, Ben Habib doesn't even want to run a party." And I said, well, if you'd have listened to that entire snippet, because I just watch YouTube all day, if you'd have listened to that particular snippet, you would have heard Ben Habib go on to say the party was created for Rupert Lowe to run. Yeah, whereas I'm going to have to step up and do it. You know, obviously, sound bites, TikTok, usually accompanied by someone dancing like this, Fecker. Yeah, TikTok one shooting in the face like a septic horse. But yeah. That happens.
What do we just ban TikTok? TikTok's an awful platform.
It's
just sound bites, isn't it? It's just
Chinese spyware
with a dance going on in the background. Yeah,
it's CCP spyware.
Yeah, correct.
One thing I did want to touch on was the indefinite leave to remain. He said about taking that back to the Boris era in 2019 to abolish it.
Yeah, so to abolish it, and also anyone who's granted IDLR since 2019, so the Boris wave, it will be revoked. I think that's necessary. Absolutely. You got to reverse the Boris wave, don't you?
2 minutes.
Oh, mate. Yeah, because like they're saying, like you've been here like 5 years. Those 5 years you spent it on the dole or on benefits, but then regardless. Been here for 5 years now, so you can stay forever on benefits. I'm like, what? And then he said, right, we'll abolish that. I tell you, I could have jumped out of my chair. Like, yeah, ooh. It's like when Tottenham.
Exactly.
I was like, oh, get in. I was like, yes, it needs to be said, but he's going to get called a few names, surely, for saying this. It'd be called racist and
racist and anti-refugee asylum seeker. But like, the thing is, it wasn't common. It's just common sense to do this sort of stuff, but it creates this entitlement culture, and that's what these politicians, the Tories, they completely betrayed the nation, haven't they? And yeah, these people who were granted IDLR, they're probably not going to be very happy, but it's the way it is.
Yeah,
too many Indian restaurants, too many vape shops, too many Turkish barbers. I'm sure we can cut down on that. And so then this maneuver would probably turn back, just close down those unnecessary shops and turn them into, I don't know, something that can be refurbished into something that's useful to provide for the British community. Provide housing for the veterans. Ben was talking about that. He brought on that former para on to speak. I believe his name's Andy Dye. Yeah, he was brilliant. He was saying, like, I've served 10 years for the British Army, for the paras, and what did you get in return? You don't get priority housing from this government. They treat their veterans like shit.
Yeah, they do. Because
It's
even that
crap.
Nigel Eli as well, wasn't it? Blimey, all the stuff that he'd done and that, and been blown up and shot and everything. But yeah, I don't think there's not enough support for veterans. You go out there, put your life on the line. You must have some serious, massive kahunas in the world of like being courageous and brave. And then you come back, and the government's like, "Yeah, thanks for that. See you later. What are you doing? Go away."
Exactly. Yeah, you stood face to face with people wanting to kill you, the Germans, the Nazis.
Yeah.
And they just completely turn their backs on them. And well, they make more effort for people on benefits. They want people to not work or refuse to work. That's just brilliant, isn't it? Just reward the lazy types. And
I don't get that at all.
Scumbags.
I mean, where's all the tax going to come from if no one's working? You know what I mean?
No,
all the
money
rich
just grows
people are
on
leaving.
trees.
Yeah, apparently.
I take it this was a question about the Greens, or a subject about the Greens, was it? I'm only guessing.
No.
Yeah, no. Oh, right, okay. Carry on.
You got that wrong, mate. Up the cherries. I would love to come on sometime and talk about the online grifters who make out that they support this, that, and the next thing, but always use Tommy, Katie, etc. in title for clickbait.
Have you got a camera up the cherries? If you've got a camera, I think, you know, it's a good thing to support that, Wiz. You know, if they've got a camera on rather than just an icon just flashing away at the side. If you've got a camera, then come on one of the live stream with visitors streams that Wiz does every week.
Yeah. The Paul Burgess thing. Like you didn't give a glowing report, which is alarm, but it wasn't really an alarm bell because it was sort of like he's putting things across. They didn't listen to him or something. Do you know what I mean? It's not as It wasn't like there was an actual problem. It was just maybe Paul didn't like how people were reacting to him, and he thought he was there to say like this, that, and everything else, and we can call this, that, and all that, and they turn around and they just didn't listen. I wouldn't say that
with his
bell.
Yeah, especially with his network signal and communicating his ideas across in the form of like Max Headroom.
But he comes across as a genuine bloke. Don't get me wrong. He come across as a good bloke, but he obviously didn't like the way they treated him. What do you think, Guardians?
No, well, I will say, like, I actually exchange a conversation with him. Like, we went back and forth via email. I told you about it. I found his way of communicating to be quite peculiar. Right. He's quite direct. He's really direct.
Yeah.
And, you know, it can be a bit off-putting for some people, especially when you don't know them. I think his way of talking to me when he doesn't know me, that was a bit, I guess, awkward. But
I was getting a talking at you vibe. You know what I mean?
Yeah. There was a bit of that. But you know, he's an expert at his field. He knows his stuff.
Yeah.
And I told him, like, a lot of the members and supporters have a lot of respect for you. Yeah. And I talked about, you know, I actually wanted him in for an interview. I wanted to discuss with him why you left Advanced UK and what you feel about it. And he was just getting a bit, I wouldn't say aggressive, but really agitated and a bit kind of heated in the moment. I just had to step back and I said, the supporters have a lot of respect for you, and I can bring you in for an interview anytime to talk about energy and net zero and stuff. And he was happy with it.
That's sort of why my interview went the way it did, because like I've got the curse of being an empath. I can feel people, but I just felt that we needed to be a certain way with Paul, and that's why I deliberately did not want to comment and say, but hang on, blah blah blah, because one, it was the first interview and people to see it, and two, it could put off potential people going, oh, we'll come on your channel, but you just have a go at your guests or something. So you know, unless you say something that is ridiculously obviously stupid, I'll probably jump in.
I'd have a go at them. I'll pull my hair out at Paul Thorpe, because you were watching Paul Thorpe at one point, and then Paul Thorpe said, "Oh, I'm not going to continue this stream of Baracas, you know, the live stream." And I'm there pulling my hair out, saying, it's not about the click-through yet. It's about relaying the signal on, because it took me ages to find Baracas where it were actually being done. I come back to yours like twice, and like each time I left a comment like "gonk womble" and that, yeah, I'd say it as it is, and I'm going to bring it up actually with Paul, and also want to know why he decided that it were a good thing to apologise to Nick Tenconi.
Oh yeah, that too. I just think.
I'd bring it up, Wes. Bring it up. Yeah.
Did you see the statement he made on X, Nick Tenconi, like him saying that he doesn't want to split the vote from Reform?
Yeah.
I just thought I didn't expect that from the leader of UKIP.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, people said whatever about Nick. I think he's too young. He seems a nice enough bloke, but as a UKIP leader and that,
I wouldn't say he's nice. I wouldn't say he's nice. I've talked to him personally. I've met him face to face. He's not mean or anything. He just comes off as quite forward, like really arrogant, kind of aggressive, and he wants to pick a fight. He's better now. Like but before, when I went to his Bristol rally, he wants to pick a fight with people, and it just there was that level of professionalism that was just lacking him as a politician. You got to have that kind of statesman-like attitude, like Ben Habib, like Rupert Lowe, like Andrew Bridgen, like people like that. You kind of need that when you're standing to be a leader of something.
And going back to going back to the live stream as well, the Baraka live stream, it was actually being relayed by Richie and Rogue. We're hoping to get on the channel, by the way, guys. It was, and in the ticker bar at the bottom, it said, "Please share this far and wide." Yeah, and also with the fact that the left had infiltrated the actual official live stream, I was trying to communicate this with you, Wiz, and saying, just get it. Just put it up, so there's more people, more eyes on it. The more eyes on it, the better. Because we're obviously, mainstream media won't entertain Ben, because Ben is against the establishment, and the establishment is the BBC and the mainstream media. And Nigel Farage, of course. But that's by the by. Just relay the streams. I'm sure Guardian Mo, if he was doing a live stream from there, I'm sure he wouldn't mind if everybody, just latched onto that signal and then relayed it across the whole of the internet, because this is what we need. This is the voice needs to be put out there. I'm very passionate about it. But now I've got your WhatsApp, Wiz, if someone wants to find you, they can find me. Because I can assure you that is not, they're not just thinking about the clicks or the views and stuff like that. They are proper patriots who want to get the word out. Carry on.
You can name and shame away, Cherries. Name away. It was Wesley's channel near the end of the video. I like Paul until that. I was so disappointed in him. You probably misheard. I'll look it up.
Well, is it Paul? Was it Paul Burgess or Paul Thorpe?
Paul Thorpe saying illegals are okay. I can't see him saying that at all, but
no, I'm not. I'm confident he didn't say that. No,
it's probably clipped. Don't know. Or I mean, it's very easy, isn't it? Like saying illegal and legal. It's difficult to hear, especially if you've got a crowd of people around you. Yeah, I think it was legal migrants who were talking about. Legal migrants are okay. Yeah, it's very easy to put that yeah.
But, Mr. Waffle says, Paul Burgess, how does Paul Burgess know how the college is being run? He's a rival, so he's going to be critical of every party but his own.
What?
He hasn't got a party though, actually.
It was in the Advanced UK. It was in Advanced UK's college. What are you talking about, Mr. Waffle?
Yeah, and he hasn't got a party now. He said, "I'm not being in one."
Yeah,
but
I mean, the thing is, we should be a bit fair and say that Paul Burgess's criticisms, they're worthy of people listening to. But I would say, if there are more people coming out and saying the exact same thing as Paul, college members or councillors or whatever, then we can catch on to the fact that there are red flags within Advance. But for now, there's only one person, that's Paul Burgess. So we haven't, we don't have enough receipts to come out and say there's something wrong with Advance in the same way that we did with Reform. Because you know how, with Reform, if you see across the timeline, ever since Richard Tice called Tommy Robinson supporters that lot, and then everything continued.
Yeah.
all these red flags just started popping up on a consistent basis.
And then
That's
we
how you
noticed
judge
it.
it.
And then we noticed it. And then, like, you know, Advance UK was set up. So we all came from Reform onto Advance UK, which then reiterates the apology to Nick Tenconi, because obviously we moved over. Yeah. And Nick Tenconi is there saying, well, you reckon that Nigel Farage was the man in 2024. Yeah. Nigel Farage started showing his true colours. The party started showing the true colours. Of course, we're patriots. We came across to a decent Advance, well, a decent party like that stands for what we believe in.
We thought it was a decent party.
Absolutely, yeah. And Nick's there saying, "Oh, I wanted an apology because you were following him," and then I might think about joining Advance UK. No, shut up.
He just made it all about himself.
Yeah, there you go.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes, the burqa is more extreme than the hijab, and no, Paul is a member of the college. I think advanced numbers will snowball once they get past the media blanket.
If they do, but yeah.
But how though?
Yeah,
that's the question.
They're very.
I hope you don't mean melt. I hope you mean roll and get bigger.
Yes.
Yeah, but GB News should have covered it. They should have been there.
I think the news.
Yeah, but
I think the numbers are going to snowball anyway. You know, after this first policy conference that they had, Saturday. Yeah, I think the numbers will start to increase. There was nothing bad that you could say about that conference at all, or any other policies.
Well, no. If Ben comes on to speak at the next United Kingdom rally, the next one's 16th. Excuse me, 16th of May. Yeah. I think it will ramp up the numbers, definitely.
Yeah.
You said something. I was going to say something. Now I've gone blank.
Well done.
You're getting old, mate.
Yeah, a minute. Yeah, I start. Well, I let Electrodoc say it, his bit. Then I'll say it, and I've got boom, boom, gone.
No,
terrible. Reform are all for dirty tactics. Definitely with that Nick Buckley. Yeah, another reason we don't want them. It's a shame they've gone that low. I mean, why stoop that low with someone like Nick Buckley? Is it because they understand he is a real threat because he is that area, isn't he? Internet is him, isn't it? Everything he's done, he's lived there, charities, you name it. I mean, it's a real threat, so they don't like it. That's what I think.
Well, that's a compliment. That's a compliment to Advance UK and Nick Buckley, isn't it?
Yeah. Lots of work for charity mates. Lots of work for charity mates. Not off. Smashing nice.
This is something I saw someone mention before, and that I thought, what would Ben Habib's area be? Where would he? How could he be elected as an MP? Like Kim says, it put him on the map. Because some people say, "Oh no, he could have been Gorton and Denton's candidate," which didn't make sense to me. But what would Ben's area be? Would he part of London or something? I don't know.
No, well, back when he was part of Reform, he was the candidate for Wellingborough, but he failed. Yeah, he wasn't voted in, so he failed that Wellingborough election.
Yeah, but I don't think Reform were quite as big then, were they?
He might stand for Wellingborough. I wouldn't be surprised if he stands for Wellingborough.
Yeah.
I mean, for London, we should just get Ant Middleton on board.
Oh, 100%.
Ant Middleton should join Advance UK. I don't know why he's not joining. I think he should.
Yeah, it'd be a welcome addition.
Diwa on Advance UK be a good interview. Not too sure who that is. I'm still learning about Advance UK myself. Do you know what I mean? I've been going on the college and reading what it says about people underneath and that, just to sort of get out who they are, what they do. But Tony Mack is gaining a lot of support in Clacton. That's who you mentioned, wasn't it? No?
Yeah, he's a good man. Really good man. Yeah.
Yeah, great guy. Built up the constituency. Kim,
Tony built up that constituency, then he got thrown under the bus by Farage. It's an absolute.
Oh, what surprise!
It was appalling. As soon as Farage went in, and then he tossed Tony onto the side. You can hear it. You can listen to him talk about it in the interview with Paul Thorpe. It's awful.
That's bad. Am I thinking of a different Paul? He had his Britain bus with the sign on it crushed by the government. What? Paul Burgess, Paul Thorpe. What?
Nigel Farage is the only guy I know. We're Bus.
Listen, I'm thinking of a different Paul. So
Yeah. That's on the subject of either Paul Burgess or Paul Thorpe, one of those two. But I don't know of any Bus that they frequent on.
that's what you mentioned. Ian saying about the fake letters sent out by Reform to the residents of Gorton and Denton. Is that what you touched on earlier, wasn't it?
Yeah. I noticed that one. Yeah.
Oh, Helen's. That's Paul Golding.
Ah.
Helen's on it. Reform have a
Helen,
media channel and printers. That's not a people's party. I found out accidentally that Nigel Farage has 500,000 shares in GB News.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
Massive influence on Reform on GB News. Yeah, this is why you don't see Rupert Lowe or Ben Habib on Reform, because they're basically a political mouthpiece for Nigel Farage.
Well, you see plenty of Zia Yusuf, that Mohammedan Yusuf.
Yeah, who the hell is he? You know, pays £200,000 to gain access to a nuclear button, for God's sake.
Exactly. They just brought him into the cameras. They bring him into the cameras. They bring him in every day in that garbage news studio.
Yeah.
So that people on our side can become desensitized.
Yeah, I think Nigel's just a front man, you know, for something that's happening Islamic within Reform. I think
100%.
Nigel's just front man. They probably paid him £80, like, and that's it. He'll be the front man, say anything that they want him to say. But people are blind.
Make it till you make it.
Yeah,
bullshit baffles brains.
Here you go. Can't educate
you're not wrong there.
Can't educate.
Reform's been reported to the Electoral Commission by the lefties. So many polls. Everybody's on the poll.
Yeah, we're going to have to start calling them by the surnames as well. We're going to have to start referring to them by the surnames as well. Yeah.
Ben said about like tax and that, like don't like or unstigmatize having kids or whatever. And he's saying basically 25% off your tax for every child. So if you have 4 kids, you pay 0 tax.
Oh, I love that.
I've got 6 kids, so does that mean I get 50% back?
Yeah, you're a millionaire, mate.
0, and then I'm in. Do you know what I mean?
Hey, I'm paying for your kids, mate. I'm paying for your kids.
Your overactive loins have made you a millionaire, mate.
Yeah, I've got a YouTube channel now, so I'm all right. I'm busy. I've got Sky Sports. No, not really.
Cool.
But just think though, if you had 2 or 3 kids and you got 50 or 75% off your tax for having those kids, that would make people have more kids, though, surely. Because when he said that, I was like, that's not a bad idea. But I would have thought maybe he would have gone sort of 10%, 15% per child, maybe. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. But
yeah,
what do you think?
Yeah, but they haven't mentioned anything on demographics, though. I mean, the Muslim families, the Indian, Bangladeshi families, they're going to take advantage of it. How are you going to prevent that?
They do anyway, don't they? But he said, like, for the British to have kids. So I don't know. So, you know, you can't be like someone foreign come to the country and go, right, man, I'm pumping out 4 kids quick and get 0 tax.
And I was probably reading a comment. Who's this about? Is this Advance UK's policy?
Yeah, it's what Ben Habib said yesterday.
Right.
Saturday.
Okay. Yeah. And also, I think that's for working families as well. You know, the tax.
Yeah. You got to be working.
Tax breaks. He wants tax breaks for families.
Yeah. So, married couples.
For married couples. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, you can't just be a single woman have 4 kids.
If it's an Advance UK policy, then I think the top of their agenda is to get rid of immigrants, isn't it? So therefore, your thing about the Islamic families having numerous kids is therefore moot, I think, because it's on about deporting all them. So you know, if you get what I mean, yeah.
And he's gonna abolish inheritance tax. That's just evil. That kind of tax.
Yeah, farmers and
farmers and
I was literally going to say about the inheritance tax. That's like, to get rid of that would just be genius. Do you know what I mean? The farmers would be like, yes, we're voting advance.
Jeremy Clarkson would be happy, wouldn't he?
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, without a doubt. But
Yeah.
then,
Mate,
also,
I mean,
like,
yeah.
And then we had the bowler hat farmer on, didn't we? On the on the conference, and he said there's going to be less restrictions on what you can use, such as the GM modified fertilizers and things like that. I think that needs to be looked at because I mean we can fertilize land using duckweed. I don't keep bringing up duckweed, but it is very it spreads like a weed on ponds, and it's got like twice the protein of eggs for the same amount of weight, and it also mulches down into natural animal feed, giving them protein, all the goodies that you need, and of course that's been banned, hasn't it, by all these big seed companies who are selling the pot farmers the seeds. It's it's just a mess, so they need to be able to do that.
That would be in the I think that would be in the energy policy, the net zero, and also the EU policy as well.
Yeah. Not only does it put oxygen back into the air as well at an immense rate, it removes nitrogen from the water, puts oxygen back up into the thing, into atmosphere. It multiplies twice its size every day. So and also you can crumble it up and use it as a protein drink or feed it to your cattle. All perfectly natural, no GM modified crap in it, you know.
Well, everything you said there, I'll snip the clip and I'll send it to Ed Miliband and see what he says. How about that?
Don't put my face on it. I don't want anything to do with that chuffing idiot.
That Miliband, blimey. It bugs me. It does. All we got to do is drill in the North Sea. It's not rocket science, is it? And our blooming and I saw in the paper today, Ed Miliband, his headquarters are run with fossil fuels, and he wants us to tax that. The bloke's an absolute pillock. I mean, I don't get it. Like, I mean, how much sun do we get in the UK?
He wants us to live off of wind power and solar panels, whilst he gets to live in luxury off of fossil fuels.
We don't get wind all year round. We don't get sun all year round. I mean, have a word. I mean, I've said it so many times. We're like 1.2% of the world's carbon emissions. 1.2%. Wipe us off the map. It will make zero difference. China goes up more than that.
Yeah.
And then India, Brazil. Yeah.
And the climate change conference was held in the middle of the Brazilian rainforest. This is why all the Brazilians going mad at them, like, because they chopped down a load of chuffing trees, and you can even see it on Google Maps. You see it on Google Maps because I couldn't believe it when 51st Dates came out with it, you know. So I looked on Google Maps. Sure enough, there's a great big carving all the way through rainforest with a big, you know, it looks like a Centre Parks chuffing villa complex. Right in the middle of wet rainforest, and they're preaching to us about climate change.
Yeah, they fly in with their private jets, don't they?
Yeah,
it's all taxpayer funded.
Just chuffing absolute P-take. Yeah.
Yep. So, do you think like, because people keep saying about Nick Buckley now, do you think he's actually in with a realistic shot of winning that seat, or?
I think he has.
I think he has. The people out there, unless of course they block voting with the Wislam vote, and then we'll see. It'll probably, if it is a Wislam vote, then it'll probably end up being that convicted chuffing terrorist Norrit who gets in. If that happens, something needs to happen.
He's in Birmingham.
But yeah, that's what it's all about, isn't he?
Shahid Butt.
Yeah, that's him. Yeah, shit me butt. Yeah.
He's crazy. Yeah, I did go through all the people that were up for the Gorton Denton. Where's Gorton Denton? That's part of Manchester, isn't it? Or have I lost the plot?
Birmingham.
Yeah,
it's Manchester.
No, it's Manchester. No, it's in like the southeast part, I think.
Yeah. I thought I was trying to make myself look really bad there. That's enough Peppa Pig for one day. Peppa Pig, where did that come from? No tax for 4 children, and the house was yours. We'll be going back soon to where we've got tax, we get window tax, and we start bricking up all our windows like they did in the old days. Do you know what I mean? So
I can remember that briefly. Yeah.
Is there anything else on your mind that he was said? I've got all these notes here, trying to like pick one. I'm just like, yeah, but I got that one. I got that one. I got that one. We'll end up being here all blue days. So
we can already see the little doodlings of the penises with wings and things like that on your notes. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, I'm looking through the notes.
I've got so many. I've got a page and a half of A4. I was going to do it up on me Word, but I thought I'll write it down. There won't be much. My God, mate. Sat there watching it. Dun, 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 dun. But there was so much good stuff. So it's a good sign I've written down a lot. But I mean, because you've got his like stop the foreign benefits, the visas, stop new asylum people coming in, stop the asylum grants, ban the burqa, which we said, first cousins.
Have students pay for the loan, pay for the student loan before they get here. Not student
up
loan.
Front. Yeah, all of their tuition fees up front.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
That should be mandatory. Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's a good one. Yeah.
A new building in the country. But the countryside, it's just too white. Sorry, it's too white.
There you go.
How can a country? I went to Africa. Mate.
There.
Black. It's too black. It's too black.
Too many
Africa.
sheep.
No, yeah.
Gotta get rid of the sheep.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, we'll just have to grow black sheep.
Yeah. Don't talk to them. You can't talk to sheep.
Yeah.
I spoke to a sheep and he said you need to go back.
Indeed. Yes. Oh dear.
Bad.
Yes.
Bad. Not all the wool over your eyes.
Bad.
Back to Bangladesh.
Angela said, Guardian, you need to apply for the advanced college.
Yeah, thinking about that.
Well, that's flattering.
And then Cara said, I agree.
Yeah. Ever thought about that? No?
I don't know. Maybe. We'll see. Well, I want to get involved. I want to get involved with Craig Walton's project, his youth group. So I think that would be good.
That'd be good.
I think
why can you not?
We got to get more young people.
What's your area, Guardian? Can't you be a candidate in your area? Would you not fancy that?
Do you know what? Edward Oakenfold, the guy I interviewed, he actually asked me. I said, I have to reject that because at this point we need people who are born and bred in the constituency to run. And I've lived in Wiltshire for what, a year and a half, 2 years, maybe coming up to 2 years. I don't think that's very fitting. I think.
But you could spin it. So I've only been here a year and a half, and I can see exactly what's wrong. You all need to vote for me because this, and this.
And what candidates? What kind of candidates are running over there in Wiltshire? Did you say?
Mate, Wiltshire, the whole of the south. Yeah. The whole of the southwest is a whole Lib Dem stronghold.
Right.
You either vote for the Lib Dems or you vote for the Tories.
Right, there you go then.
We're Lib Dem.
Yeah, we'll see. I'm planning to move down to Bournemouth or Southampton, perhaps.
Southampton?
I've never lived.
Yeah.
I don't want you coming near me, mate. I can't have you coming near me. You've only been there for a year. You're not coming down here for a year and saying that you were British and you're all this and that and you're all Christian. Shut it.
You're racist, aren't you? You're
really
racist.
He is that way.
I'm not running anywhere.
Anyway.
It's discriminatory.
What other questions have we got then from?
I was born in Southampton. I just don't want you there, mate. It's not racist. I'm just saying it's for people who are born in Southampton. I'm joking.
Where were you born? Where were you born? Was it? Are you like originally Pompey or just born and bred
Eastleigh.
Pompey? Or...
I was born in Eastleigh. I was born in Eastleigh.
That's near me. I don't want your borns. You being born near me. So you need to change your birth certificate somewhere else. And
my mum looked at me and thought, "That's an ugly kid. I don't want him."
It's a very hairy baby. It's a very hairy baby to his head. All right, it's a very hairy baby. Pat the milkman will know that.
When I was born, they were like, "I've never seen a baby with such a long penis." And they went, "That's the umbilical cord, mate."
Indeed, yes. So, what other questions have we got from the public, Wiz? These dad jokes are just terrible. Go on, worse than mine.
How you doing, Paul? Hope you're well, my friend.
Hey, Paul.
It's Paul. If if you've got 5 minutes, you can come up if you want, Paul. If not, you can just stay in the chat, obviously. But just discussing the conference. I don't know what part we're on now because I was putting out some really bad jokes and making myself look silly. But where were we? I'm all lost in the chat as well. I just actually scrolled through because I saw Paul come up because it's in a grey box. But yeah, everyone's praising you, aren't they, for the college? So yeah, Paul Falk could put you forward. Oh no, you've only been here a month. But
We'll see about
email Paul. What are you going to suggest, Angela? It pulls up Mrs. Tea Time. Mrs. Tea Time.
Enjoy your time with your wife.
I'm not
mate.
going to ask what you're doing with Mrs. T to say it's Mrs. Tea Time, Mrs. T Coffee Time, or whatever it may be. But yeah, it's got to be done. That's what I'm doing after this. I go and sit with the missus, watch telly for an hour. Then she goes and makes my dinner because she wants to, by the way. Because she wants to, not making all that.
Yeah.
Net zero will cost us 800 billion. Bin it and drill it.
Yep. Educating the choir, mate. Singing to the choir. Preaching to the choir, should I say. Yeah.
Yeah. I've never understood that. I mean, whether is it? I think even Paul Burgess said he's got all the temperatures and that. It's so confusing with climate change and global warming. People don't know what's blooming backsides from their elbow. Do you know what I mean? But all we need to know is we're about 1% of carbon emissions, so it makes no difference. So for you to buy an electric car and this and that and everything else, it's just ridiculous.
Yeah, we're also expecting we're exporting all our carbon emissions to China, so as we can buy.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
makes no difference.
Bonkers. Yeah. Nick,
I mean, the real concern is with car ownership and 15-minute cities. We actually covered that in the conference. That's a big concern on this Labour government.
Did they cover that on stage? I don't remember hearing that. Or was it it
was in a Q&A. It was one of the Q&As.
Yeah, post.
Those 15-minute cities, that's pretty dangerous, isn't it?
Cool. Yeah. You should have captured some of the interview that you did with Q&A. Some of your Q&A. Did you not do that now? With your phone?
No, I didn't.
Right, okay.
I just let Baraka do all the work. Yeah, let him do all the dirty work. I enjoy the conference.
I took the meat out of the middle, just took the meat out of the middle. And, I suppose really I ought to split it down even more to each individual conference speech that they gave, the individual candidates, such as the farmer, Bowler Farmer Man, whatever his name is. Well, that sounds like Ebola Farmer Man, doesn't it? I don't want any beef from him. But, Bowler Farmer Man, that's him. I think his name was. Yeah.
I reckon, I know exactly what you're saying here, Helen, but I reckon, if people actually get wind of it, it could actually do Nick Buckley a favour because they say, no press is bad press at the end of the day because it's all recognition and people are like, oh, what is it? What is it? Then they look into it and then they will see what Reform's done and think, oh, and then they might side with Nick Buckley. That's always a possibility, isn't it not, guys?
Yeah. Yeah, it's a possibility. Yeah. As long as people are listening to the thing about these letters that have been sent out or published online by Reform and it's all fake, as long as they listen to that side of the argument rather than just listen to their own echo chamber.
Yeah, and the way that Matt Goodwin is staying silent about it is even more suspicious as well. He hasn't said a word about it.
No.
It's even more sus.
Yeah.
Too far away from Gaunton and Denton. I'm on the south coast, Ian.
Well, Electro, you can help out.
I thought you could do it by a postal vote to vote from. Stop. Right.
You kind of hoodwinked me into it.
I'm still unsure. Yeah, I'm
still waiting for the letter to come in through my post.
Right, I'm unsure if I can get in touch with the Electoral Commission because I've got a telephone number now. But I think that's just my local council, and say hello. I'd like to vote in the Gaunton and Denton elections, and see whether or not they actually send me literature through saying either I'm a prat or yes, you can do that. Probably I'm a prat. Yeah.
You're probably writing it right now. They're editing it.
Thought Spain was England, but yeah.
Thanks, Paul.
Thanks, Paul.
Appreciate it. He's obviously off with his missus now, so he does a lot. He must be very busy. He's a popular man, so it's probably nice for him to actually chill out with his missus, because she actually comes to England and goes back as well, and he gets a lot of jip just for being like in Spain. It really bugs me. Like, he's not allowed to have a life or anything, but he explained in our interview why he's in Spain, and then someone commented, which he put the post up in his community, saying, like, "Oh, it's really disappointing. You're this," and I'm like, do you not watch anything that Paul says? We know why he's there. We understand why he's there, and if you've got an issue with that, then it says more about you as a person, surely.
Yeah. Also, Paul is Paul. Please correct me if I'm wrong, but I've Googled it and I wasn't using my Google Assistant. I don't even realize I've only got one light bulb in the house. It seems to keep thinking that I'm addressing my thermostat, which I haven't got. Anyway, I've lost my train of thought. So, Paul, if you could kindly tell us, you're able to be in the college because you are a voter in England, aren't you? You're able to vote in English elections, British elections. I'm fairly sure that's correct. Even though you're over in Spain, you're able to do that. It's just so as we can shoot down the trolls who keep, mentioning things like this. Oh, well, Paul's not even English, right? Well, he's living in Spain. Why should he be allowed in college? But that is a rule and a stipulation within the college literature that says you are able to do that. So if you could, fill us in on that, that'd be good. Just say a yay or nay. Yes, I'm allowed.
To come around with Wiz's point earlier, at the beginning, after Paul immediately left to Spain, I was really critical of him as well. But then I rethought everything and then looked at him from his perspective, and I rewatched some of the videos that he released. For justifying why he had to leave, and I thought, you know what, he's actually doing good work in Spain. And if he came back to the UK, he'd risk getting arrested, prosecuted, and I think we should point the finger. We shouldn't be pointing the finger to Paul. We should be pointing the finger to this government. That's the point.
That's basically it, mate.
We shouldn't have to leave to Spain. I don't think it's just. And there's these mad critics on YouTube. I'm not going to mention their names, but they always use Paul Thorpe's name just to pump up their channel or attempt to pump up their channel. I've seen them make 1 hour live streams analyzing every detail of a video that he's made and criticizing it. I just thought that's a bit disingenuous, trying to make your own channel popular using a big name. When I criticized Paul, I made a video about it, but I didn't mention his name because I just thought that's just rude, and why would you do that?
Yeah, indeed.
But I mean, imagine you're in England, you think, oh, my daughter and grandchild is in Spain, let me go and see them. Oh, look, I've been detained unnecessarily, been arrested. They now want to do all this and do that. Right, now I can go and see my daughter and my grandchild after wasting 8 hours doing that. Right, and now I'm going home. Oh, look, now I've been detained in Gatwick. That's another 8 hours. They've arrested me. They're going to go through my phone. Oh, right, they're going to do that next time I go and see my kids in Spain. Well, I'd move out there and all to prevent all that. And because obviously it was his political standing with Tommy Robinson, etc., which there's nothing wrong with that because we're all free to do what we like. But could you imagine doing that every time you wanted to go and see your own family? And obviously,
if you were in Paul's shoes, you would do the same.
Exactly. So when people want to sit there and say, "Oh yeah, but he's in Spain, he's not patriotic," like, shut up, sit down, get a job. Like, you're getting on my boobies, mate. Like, I mean, these are the sort of people, they come out like that with me and I was on my pub door, mate, I'll just grab them and lob them out. I wouldn't even listen to a word they said. But obviously everyone's allowed voice on the internet, even keyboard warriors, and you're like, leave the bloke alone. Do you know anyone?
Well, no, I think to caveat that, just to kind of look at this perspective of the critics, I think Paul, he did kind of make a very sudden move to move over to Spain, and that's what triggered my reaction and people's reaction. I guess he should have maybe could have done things a bit different, and he accepts it. He accepts the criticism, so good for him. That's fine. He could have considered other options as well, like moving to Wiltshire. Perhaps Wiltshire's lovely, Cornwall's lovely. You don't get that.
Yeah, but his problem is going to see his family in Spain.
soon as he does
Yeah.
that, like we saw what
Yeah.
happened with Tommy Robinson, just because he's in his mate's Bentley and had some charity money on him.
Yeah.
Look, this is Tommy Robinson coming. Right, before he even gets here, we're arresting him. Yeah, okay, cool. Just for being Tommy Robinson.
With the pictures of him
before.
with the pictures of him lounging in the hotel swimming pool in the house that he owns, apparently that he doesn't own.
Yeah, shocking. People got lives.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
see, we've
They've
got
got to do what's best for them. Oh no, let me
Yeah.
comment on it and say it's wrong. Like, sit down, shut up, and get a job. I'm not interested.
yeah. We got one about five comments up, you know, from Dan the Lionheart, and he's saying Paul's not able to vote in this country, but he is able to vote in this country even when he's abroad. It's called a postal vote. You can do that.
Yep.
That is quite. Don't smirk, Bo. It's true. It's true. Honestly, a simple a simple Google search can reveal that you are allowed to vote when you're away in another country, even if you've got dual citizenship and you're living there constantly. Yes, you can. Right? Yes, you can. Which is why I'm still unknowing on whether or not I can postal vote for Gaunton and Denton, because I need to get the literature from them. I will ring them up and ask them. And London Mayor as well. Why shouldn't we have a say on the London Mayor? It affects the entire country. Yeah, I can't see why we can't.
It's possible.
Yeah. From what I gather, you can, but Mo's there saying no, you can't.
The youth division for advance.
Who's Mo?
Yeah, there is a youth division being set up by Craig Walton.
Yeah. We're having on later. Yeah.
Don't take this the wrong way. I don't want a kid teaching my kid elders. Let's get back to knowledge being taught and not ideology.
Preaching to the choir.
Oh my God, Bournemouth have got the Cherries and look, Cherrytown. Sounds like a thing you've done it. Kids TV series, Cherrytown. To let me be here, pal. But Southampton, oi! What do you mean Scumlankies?
Sounds like an 18 to 30. Sounds like an 18 to 30s British holiday to me.
Yeah, they are part of Southampton.
Cherrytown, come on.
But yeah, parts of Southampton is bad. So then you could explain why in your interview with Wesley you said some illegals were fine. Oh, we're going back onto that. No, he didn't say that.
No, he didn't. No.
We've established that, but
yeah,
some people, that's what I find people, they just put up the same thing, reword it, and just put it up again. But
think it's different.
Yep. The Highlands are going old school might be our last stand. Has that occurred to anyone? He said legals, as we said.
Yeah.
Someone don't want to see or hear the truth. No, he didn't. I have the clip, apparently.
Cool. Yeah.
Paul would have meant illegals are fine. He wouldn't have meant it. No, he's not standing. Manchester. Oh, it's Manchester when we said about thingy, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Let me scroll. Paul's English. He can be a member of the party, but just can't stand or cast a vote when out the country. That's what you were saying. That's wrong, isn't it?
That's wrong. Yeah. It can buy.
Well, we should ask Paul.
I did. I think I asked him. I think he might be having his tea now. He's probably got his face into his breakfast or whatever he's eating, you know, and hasn't noticed.
Maybe his missus.
Yeah. I didn't want to say it, Wiz. You did.
I was thinking the same thing.
Everybody were thinking it but not saying it. But good old Wiz, he'll come out with it. Yeah, just get it out there. Yeah, go on.
Yep. You do that. Never take it. I don't take my phone out with me. Got enough time, but I'm not giving them while I'm being abused. Paul makes many videos, being very critical on many things, so he has to expect it in return. Yeah, only right.
Fair point. Yeah, fair point.
Only if what you're making is
a genuine critical point. You're not like what you said, Guardian, it for the sake of it. Oh, it's Paul Thorpe. Let me try and pick bones about this.
Yeah, that's just
That was one of the
disingenuous,
first things that Paul iterated on when he appeared on the Wizards channel last week. He said, "Ask me anything. I don't care. You know, just say it." He's very honest young man. Brilliant. Can't wait to go and meet him in another week. Another week, I'll be there.
Happy
In
days.
Benidorm. Happy days.
Joseph, he phoned in the other day, didn't he, about his injustices. I think some people are online purely because they enjoy stirring up poo. It's usually the same bunch, whether it's Paul in Spain, Ben's dad, whatever else they pick holes in. Yeah.
Ben's dad.
His dad was.
Well, his granddad a priest or something. Do you know what I mean? It's like
no, his granddad wasn't. His granddad wasn't a priest. You know what I'm thinking? I'm not 100% sure because we still need to get Ben Habib on in order to clarify this. But I think his wife's dad could have been a Catholic priest, and he was the one who did the baptizing for him. Because I know his dad's a doctor, and his great grandfather fought in World War One. Alongside the English, there you go. I've got a word for it now. From what I was saying with the English, isn't there? Alongside the English, because Pakistan was actually an English, what would you call it? Country? I don't know what you call it. I don't know what the big word is for that, but yeah, you know, it was run by the English. Pakistan more until recently, actually.
Yeah. Drew Lang 9095. You keep going on about the full video, whatever. You've got the you say you got the full video, so can you post the link up? You might have to put some spaces in it, and I can copy it and then put it in so we can have a look. That's why I think we should openly name and shame the persons who rip people like Paul, granddad, for the great job he's done for the people in Advance UK. He's the daddy for the likes of you, Wiz. Yeah, I have no issue naming and shaming people. Paul's never incited violence, so he's not a threat. And thank you, I stand corrected.
On that about the HTML link, Wiz, I believe Best Black managed to post an HTML link that fully worked before she became a moderator. So you might have unset that, you know, so people might be able to. Don't do it though, guys. All right, we're used to folks posting Rick rolls and stuff like that, so don't bother, otherwise we're gonna have to reinforce that rule again. But Best Black definitely managed to post a link in its entirety, so you know what, and then I can check that out.
Anyway, like saying whatever, or we can get the context of it is like to get the video. So
yeah, see if you can post a link first. If it blocks it, then it blocks it, and then you'll have to just put spaces in.
I'm hoping it's not a massive video. I've got to try and find it within it. You know, oh, it's 6 hours long and it's like this 20-second clip. Do you know what I mean? That'd be a nightmare. But expats who are British citizens can vote. Yes, they can.
Yeah.
Helen's
There
on.
you
know.
There you go. Yeah.
Only mods can add links. I will check it out. But knowing Paul, he probably got tongue-tied in the moment. More than likely, yeah. I mean, that's the joy of being live. You say something, you don't even realise you said it. You can vote because he's an expat.
Yeah.
Post a link. Happy days. British citizens living abroad who no longer have an address in the UK can register to vote in UK general elections. These are known as overseas voters or overseas electors. There you go. Carl's on it.
That's good. Great.
Have we got a moderator in chat? Have we got a moderator? Have we got a moderator in YouTube chat at the moment? Because obviously we're going from StreamYard, so my authority is compromised at the moment for me being able to check it out, because I'll have to open a YouTube link to this video.
His maternal granddad was a priest or great granddad.
There you go. Yeah.
But yeah, Drew, if you get the link, get it up, and Grace says his grandfather or great grandfather on his mother's side was an Anglican vicar. I think that's what you said.
There you go. That's his wife's dad. So, something like that.
Well, if we can get the link up, we'll have a quick look. Otherwise, I mean, is there anything else, Guardian, that you've taken from the conference or whatever that you want to mention? Or
I've got a question.
Well, I think we should thank Floss and Francoise for putting everything together. I know I said before with the whole Paul Burgess thing. I had a bad impression of Floss.
Okay.
Maybe she was stressed because, like, even Ben says she's a bit of a pain sometimes. Ben has to admit, because it is a stressful job, like getting all the pieces together and getting the speeches right and make sure they're not too overtired. I saw Kathy Gingell's speech; she was like 10 minutes overtired. I thought you guys got to pull her out because it puts other people in front on delay. But yeah, everything was managed really well, despite the technical issues. So yeah, all credit, hats off to Floss.
Yeah. So to put that into, sorry. Well, I was just going to put that into context, Mo. You know, when you mentioned about Floss being a little bit of kind of HR corporate, seeming to be an HR corporate member.
Yeah.
You know, that's what you mentioned on Paul Burgess. You know, but I think we've cleared that up actually with Paul Thorpe.
Yeah, I mean, maybe she was stressed, and maybe that's her personality.
So
I suppose.
there's a context to that, guys. All right. So what else were you going to say?
What else? Yeah, it's just brilliant speeches. I had a lot of. Oh yeah, the guy who was sitting next to me in the stand. He was he had a really interesting story as well. You get to meet a lot of people. He's like 22 years old and he's trying to start up his own advertising marketing business. I exchange contacts with him. It's a good opportunity to meet like-minded people and stuff. So yeah, anyone who's ready for the next event should book tickets. I heard rumors. This is just rumors.
Yeah.
Take it with a pinch of salt. The next one is in Bournemouth.
In Bournemouth.
Rumors, okay?
Yeah. Well, if you go into that one and you're going through Mansfield, you can pick me up if you want. I'm Nottinghamshire.
Yeah,
I googled.
I'll take a loop.
All right. Yeah. Avoid me. Avoid Doc. Avoid Electro Doc. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, because I drive there anyway. So.
Is this one Britain has fallen? It says I put Paul Thorpe, England has fallen. This came up and it says Britain has fallen. It's at Katie Hopkins. So I'm hoping this is the one. So should we listen and see what he says?
Robert.
It's only about 40 seconds.
The arrest of Katie Hopkins serves as a stark and frightening reminder to us all. Britain has fallen into the hands of people who rule us with an iron fist and who wish to silence their critics through fear and intimidation, using our police services to do it. And it's not just Labour. The once harmless Lib Dems and the Green Party are now all in bed together. Sinister people with sinister intentions hiding behind the fake guise of tolerance. We live in very sad, very dangerous and unprecedented times.
Well, that's not it, is it?
No, I think what they're saying is it's Wesley Winter's video, so it'll be a vlog that he did, and you're going to have a lot of background noise there, and also his vlogs are quite long format, at least 45 minutes long, so you're going to have to be trolling through it. I mean, if you want to find a link and find the timestamp of where it's at, then we'd be happy to show that on a future stream or what have you. People in the chat as well are saying, "Oh, we can't get the Advance UK email address," which no, you can't, because they're extremely busy. But what we're hoping to do with this channel, you see, is making a hub whereby you're able to bring things up with the college members, and the members. I mean, all three of us are all members, and we're here to listen to your questions that you drop into chat. And also, we do feature college members as well. I mean, we've had Paul Thorpe. We're going to have can't remember his name now, but next couple of days we're having that guy on. So yeah, go on. Wiz, do you think you'll be able to get through all this lot to the bit where he's saying it?
Maybe I'm just going while you were talking. I was like, I'll take the opportunity to give it a go. But
yes, because I do drone on a long time, don't I?
Comes in handy. So I can.
Comes in handy. Yeah, professional droner, me, professional tirade.
Well, there's like a couple of points where it goes spikes. I wonder if those are the bits where he talks to Paul, because obviously everyone will start tuning in when it's Paul. But I didn't want to rush to them and ignore it, because no, my luck it wouldn't be. But I'm going to go through this bit and have a look. If it's not, then it's not. But
I mean, Wesley Winter is an A1 vlogger. That guy is brilliant. Yeah, love him to bits. Follow him for
He's very
ages.
neutral. He's very impartial as well.
Yeah, he is. Yeah.
He just puts the camera in people's faces.
Yeah. I don't think you're going to find that, Wiz. So someone needs to go through here and find out where the timestamp is, so as we can show it. Yeah. What's that?
Oh yeah, it's there. Yeah, right at the end. Yeah.
Oh, is it? Go on then.
Yeah. He's in his turquoise suit. Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Here we go. Oh, what a result! Right. Can you see that, or do you want it bigger?
Yeah, let's expand it.
Yeah. Oh, a vlog, by the way, Enfield Dan. A vlog is a video log. So he goes live on the streets like this, you see, and then he videos.
Oh yeah, someone said 51 minutes. Yeah, spot on.
There's always so much noise, people having different opinions, and the message gets lost at times with any protest. What would you say is the main message for today?
Uniting the kingdom, bringing everyone together. We don't care about race. We don't care about, to be honest, there's not a lot we care about. We just care about the culture, as in keeping our own culture. And I don't think that's a lot to ask for. And if someone is happy to come here and live here like Britons, then we welcome everyone. We have no problem.
So you're happy with the multicultural society? It's more about the illegal migrants coming into the country. And
do you know what? Even some of the illegals, right? Look, if they come here and embrace this country, just because someone comes here illegally doesn't necessarily make them a bad person.
Yeah.
And we have plenty of our own homegrown bad people that we need to deal with.
Right, exactly. With crime, you see it everywhere. It's not just migrants. Crime's happening everywhere at the minute.
But what we do have is we do have a massive issue with cultures that don't want to integrate into the UK, that want to dominate our own culture, and we're just not prepared to accept that laying down. And we don't want trouble, we don't want problems. We would prefer that everyone understood that this is the UK and it's UK laws, and we are basically a Christian country. Accept it, or the other option is you can always leave and go somewhere else.
So final one, what is the solution? What, say, the government or even the people, what they should...
I think the solution is right here today. Unity. I mean, if you've been around here today, you will have seen people from all different backgrounds. And we are the happiest group that you could ever wish to meet. I've had people say to me today, they've never felt safer. So this is the answer.
Right.
Well, there you go.
Yeah, I mean, all illegal. Yeah, it did say illegals.
One thing that did stack out for me, he said some illegals. That can be taken way out of context, I think.
Yeah.
That was really bad PR, I think.
Yeah, I think we need to stick to, not illegals. They've already broken the law by coming into the country illegally.
I think he's definitely changed.
I can see what he's saying, though.
Yeah.
This was 2 years ago.
Not all illegals come here wanting to break the laws and that. They're it's like
they've already done it, Wiz. They've already done it. The proof is in the devil is in the detail. They are illegal. They've already broken the law.
Yes, I know.
First thing
but I'm saying they're not all coming here to then break laws in sexual crimes, burglaries, robberies, murders.
Yeah, but
they're not.
Do you know some of them? Some of them don't even know they've broken the law. They just think it's natural to move to a safer place, to sanctuary. But that's not an excuse, is it? Because this is Britain.
No. I mean,
a country has borders. The country must enforce its own borders.
Yeah.
I've said a few times, by definition, you're coming in as an illegal immigrant. By definition, you are a criminal because you're coming in illegally. So there's no ifs, buts.
You've broken the law. You've broken the law as soon as you stepped onto British soil.
I mean, I suppose some of them, if they're not informed by the people smugglers that they're doing something illegal, then they might not realise that they've done something illegal. I get that now. Yeah, I can see that. Yeah.
Well, Ben did touch briefly on negotiating with the EU countries to target those smuggling gangs because they're in the seas, they're in the waters, and it's the RNLI that are offering this taxi service to get those illegal immigrants in, and those smuggling gangs need to be gotten rid of. It's
I've heard from a friend whose husband used to be with the RNLI. And she obviously knows lots of groups within there, and they don't like it at all. According to her, she said that they don't like it. They're so, broken by it. They're split by it. You know what I mean? By what the
Was I correct? He said, "Look,
yes,
to a degree, yes, you were, you were."
Yeah, we will correct our
He
mistakes.
said, "Not
Yeah, you
all
are.
illegal immigrants, but yes, you are." He did say like illegal immigrants.
That's a big
in that
issue.
context.
Yeah.
But he's saying not all in his defense, but it's not really a defense. But yeah, I can see what he's trying to be politically correct there in the way he's saying it, and it's going to come off wrong, isn't it? He didn't
Yeah.
say, "Oh, illegal immigrants, they're lovely people, come on in." Yeah, he didn't say that. He said,
No.
"Not all illegal immigrants are criminals,"
Yeah.
and he means like I assume running from crimes from their own country, but by definition, they are criminal because they're coming into our lands without a passport. So yeah, you can have that one, mate. Yeah, fair play. So all good. Europe tells them we have no borders, so to them there is no law. Yeah, well, they're in for a shock when they get it, then, aren't they?
Yeah.
Someone telling them to come to Europe. There's videos of people saying, "Go to the UK."
Oh.
Say that.
Yeah, I've come across a couple now, like, you know, saying, "Oh, my message to the people overseas," and it's all spaghetti writing, you know, and talking spaghetti language, and you know, the last time people were talking in any kind of encrypted format was, and in order to take over a country, was a particular Austrian mustachioed person using an Enigma
Yep.
machine. What are you doing? You know, I just thought, "Oh, sod this, I can't listen to this." I think it was somebody in an HMO as well, you know, broadcasting from his bloody hotel room or whatever.
Yeah.
Free Wi-Fi. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, on his free iPhone, you know.
It's free iPhone.
Yeah,
I'm gonna have WizPi so people get it. No matter where you are, it's gonna be pure wizardry. WizPi, no more Wi-Fi. WizPi. Yeah, I see what you say. Like, that's your only issue report. I mean, he wouldn't say that now. He'd be like, "Yeah, what I meant was," and then he'd say, "But what I'm saying now is," and he'd probably be exactly like us. So,
Yeah.
churches built on consecrated ground. Right, let's try and catch up with these. Pakistan should never look for asylum. It's economic.
yeah.
Oh, see you later, Cara. Yeah, I mean, we're literally going to end, so I didn't realise how long we've been going. Do you know, I literally looked up thinking like hour and 36 minutes. Then I realised it's 2 hours, 36 minutes. So my bad for my verbal diarrhea and for it to continue. I mean, we had a good chin wag and a good chat, but honestly, in my head, I was thinking an hour and a half. So apologies, Guardian Mo and Electra, I bet you're dying for a wee-wee.
I had one. I had one,
Mate,
off time.
Wiz, can we just bring up this comment from Triggers Master? Afternoon, just off topic. Did you see Sammy Woodhouse was calling out Advance UK and all the other parties for not talking about the grooming gangs? Disappointing from her. I actually commented on her X post. I think she was a bit out of line. I mean, Advance has always been against the grooming gangs, and we just didn't make it clear in today's Saturday's conference. I think it was way out of line for her.
Yeah,
to
it
say
didn't
that.
come up in Q&A. It didn't come up in Q&A.
No, but not just in the conference, but I think Ben Habib, like he's gonna organize it quite well. Actually, Nick Buckley said in his speech that if he becomes MP, he's gonna organize a public inquiry into the grooming gangs, specifically in Manchester.
One of his first points, and of course he's
so I think Sammy was just being a bit divisive about that. I
see.
thought that was a bit, was really out of line.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Right, great. I think we got through it all, guys.
Right. Well, I have a question for Mo. Have you ever seen, this is so as we can combat the trolls, have you ever seen Ben Habib eat like a sausage roll or something at a buffet during a conference? Just putting it out there. Or a ham cob?
Not that I know. No.
Well, give him one next time. See if he eats it. It's just so just so as we've got ammo to combat the trolls, right? It was saying, "Oh,
he's not
halal," and
he's not a Muslim. That he's not engaging in taqiyya.
You know what they like, mate. You know what they like. You know what I mean? I mean, I bet Layla Cunningham wouldn't eat a sausage roll or a sausage on the stick, would she? So, you know,
Yeah, they didn't mention non-stun slaughter in the conference. They should, I think. But the thing is quite complicated, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a bit early days for that. I think that's later down the route policy. Yeah.
Ben often say like sweet and sour pork.
There you go.
You know, his dad loves spare ribs. He's admitted it on an interview. He says his dad, he's like a cradle Muslim, like a cultural Muslim, but he gets mad.
He did.
He's mad. He says he's mad whenever people mention that it's made of pork. Because he loves spare ribs so much.
Yeah.
I was driving to work one day. No, I was driving to work when I heard him speak. I almost crashed my car into a wall because I was laughing so hard. That just made me laugh.
Here you go.
Spare,
do they have buffets and that at these events? Is there a buffet on or?
No, there's a snack counter. There's no buffet. No.
Yeah,
there's a snack counter. You have to pay for everything. Yeah.
Buy him a hot dog.
Buy
him a hot dog. Buy him a hot dog. Game that. See what happens.
Yeah.
Grace deleted a.
Film it. Film it.
Bacon bits. Actually, that's a good idea. Yeah, bacon bits, sausage roll.
Yeah, smoky bacon crisp. Yeah,
bag of smoky bacon. Yeah. Scotch egg, perhaps.
Yeah, there you go.
Scotch egg.
Yeah,
there you go.
Yeah.
I was going to say something. I've gone blank again now.
Mate, do you know what that reminds me? That reminds me of Inglourious Bastards. Remember when Hans Landa was offering to ordered a plate of strudel for that French woman? Because she was Jewish in that movie. She was Jewish and they can't eat pork.
Right.
And she was saying Hans Landa wanted to know if she would eat it.
Yeah.
The strudel because it's made from pork larders. Yeah. Anyone who's watched Inglourious Bastards, you'll know the reference. But yeah.
I can't remember it though. It's dropped down to my
the apple strudel.
Right.
Well, before I forget, in my 376-year-old brain,
this guy.
Did you see Sneeko? Do you know who Sneeko is?
I don't know. Sounds like
he's got millions of followers on YouTube and that, like massive YouTuber. He became Muslim ages ago, giving it all this and that. With that Muhammad hijab and all whatever. He was on a stream the other day, and then someone's like, WTF and all that. And they're like, what? And he's like, what? And then they said, like, you're eating spare ribs. He said, they're pork. And he's doing it live on air. He was eating pork spare ribs. And he's like, oh, no.
What was he?
Yeah, he didn't even know. He's like, what do you mean they're pork? He didn't even know spare ribs were pork. I mean, and he was there eating it. Like, all the Muslims are going mental in the chat. I was like, wow, Sneeko, like, we know you're a numbnuts, but that is just brilliant. Oh, it was so funny. He's like, what?
Obviously, I haven't done his own work, but like most of these converts haven't done their own work, you know.
No.
Mm-hmm.
I love. Do you know who I love? Asmund Gold. That's Asmund Gold. He's brilliant. When he reacts to. When he reacts to stuff in the UK, that Amelia Pathways game, that's so funny.
That's what I'm going to bring up. Yeah, the Amelia.
What? And then his eyes start coming out.
What's the video? What was the video? What was the subject of the video? What do you mean I'm not allowed to watch this video? I didn't even see what the content of the video was like. It was going mad about it. You got to go and have a look at that. Good material, Wiz, because very good material.
I've got one of her videos. I've got it saved. For watch later because I was going to do a video about it because it's brilliant.
Yeah.
So I've got one that I need to do with Sadiq Khan and one that I need to do with that Amelia. So I need to get those videos recorded and
play the game. But, I think the game's still up on Pathways. So play the game.
No.
You know,
I don't think
no, it's not. It's not a game. It's just the indoctrination program. Yeah, of whether or not you should. Report yourself to the re-education camp. It is that bad.
You don't get radicalized.
Yeah, so you don't get radicalized.
Racist. So you're not racist or whatever.
The same prevent that, like, you know, kept everyone safe from Axel Rudy Cabana. That prevent. You know, it's all lefty lunatics. It is absolutely bonkers. And it's got so much meat on it you could tear off and like, you know, comment on. It's good. It's not a game. It's just a, you know, It's just
Oh,
different.
anyone
pages
know
that-
Danny Tomo? Which way
Tomo, yeah.
Tommy goes with politics? Does anyone know? Or
I'm unsure.
No,
about
I
Danny-
can't say. I don't know.
Danny
I'm-
Tomo's Danny Tomo. I saw his interview on Baraka's channel. He agrees with everything on that Advance says, but he's
Yeah.
more focused on his whole stop the boats
Yeah,
being
yeah.
at in France and stuff.
That's right,
I
yeah.
respect
Yeah,
the guy. He does a really good. I love him. I love Danny.
Yeah.
Danny's a
Yeah,
good guy.
he was out in France
Good.
when he doing the tour over there with the boats and
Yeah,
all the
yeah.
dinghies and the
Yeah.
engines. So yeah,
Like
fair play to
cutting
him.
the engines.
Yeah, a
Yeah,
good
cutting the engines.
a good friend of Tommy Robinson, isn't he? Danny.
Yeah,
I believe.
definitely.
Yeah.
Right then, right, happy days. Right, we've gone for 2 hours 45 minutes just about. So right, let's nip it in the bud before everyone falls asleep, and then we're still here talking away, and everyone's like, "Come on, mate, we got life." So I was planning on an hour and a half. I think I've overcooked it. Oops, my bad. But I mean, we
Yeah.
got through it, didn't we? So
Yes.
Fish-
Well, you know, these longer form videos, at least they get the attention seeking people out of the old stream. You know, they can go and watch a dance on TikTok instead of listening to us waffle on for 3 hours. That's their
Oh wait,
issue.
Wiz, to answer your email, I'm not monetized. You should guide me on how to get monetized because I never looked into it really. I wasn't doing this channel for money.
yeah, because you got to get at least 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours in a 3-month period. But it should be what I can do actually. I'll do a might be worth me doing a screenshot of mine at the back end so you can see. But because if you click on down the left hand side, it says monetization or something. Click on that, and it says, you know, do you want us to email you when you've done it? As long as you've got your Google account and all that, click it, and then it will tell you and say, oh, you get monetized.
Yeah.
Okay.
But,
I mean,
Yeah, we'll see.
I'm sure
That'll be
Wiz will,
helpful.
I'm sure Wiz will inform you. Know, it's well worth the 10 bob and a duck egg every 3 months that you get from them.
Yeah. You pay for my council
Yeah, it's not-
tax, I suppose.
10 bob and a duck egg.
Um,
That's a duck head and 50 pence. 50.
An
10 bob and a
basically,
extra bacon,
I,
an extra bacon sarnie a week wouldn't hurt, would it?
There you go. Yeah.
no,
Or
definitely not.
sausage
But I mean,
rolls.
I pay about £34 or £36 a month for StreamYard, and it covers that. So happy days. Some months, obviously,
Yeah.
but I'm saying it like worst case scenario. At least I pay for my StreamYard, so I don't have to physically pay for it. And that keeps the wife happy as well. So, but believe you me, mate, if I had a mortgage, I'd have lost my house. Put it that way.
I'll ask your wife if she's happy with that. 36,
also-
that's a bit steep.
Also, Mo, you could. I think Wiz might have mentioned this to you, but you can. I've noticed this big button at the top. The stream this to your audience. You could have done that, and then it's obviously going to.
No, I was saying I'll do it next time. Yeah, because I'm
Okay,
not logged
yeah.
in.
Yeah,
I'm not logged in.
okay.
I'll do it next time. It's fine.
Okay. I'll
Yeah,
try it.
yeah. We discussed that because it'd be cushy. So, right, let's end this stream and then let everyone
off.
carry on their glorious Monday fun day.
Tell Craig I said hi tomorrow. Tell Craig I said hi. Craig's a good guy.
I will do. I'll remember. I hope. You know what my memory's like. It'd be terrible, but right, everybody in the chat, thank you very much for all your time, your comments, etc. It's been happy days. Massive thanks to Guardian Mo and Electrodoc for being here talking about Advanced UK's conference. It's been absolutely superb. But for now, ladies and gents, like I say at the end of every single video, that's the Wizard's words.
See you, everyone.